All right. Hello and welcome everyone to some AD2L Season 34 Archon action. We're in the lower bracket here, GRIN Swift versus the Brain Dead Echelon. I'm joined by Guy to bring you all this best of 3 series here tonight. How's it going?
Oh, feeling good. It's been a while since I casted. Pretty excited to be with the famous Licky the Cow.
Oh, thank you.
Got my Grin jersey on, Grin tattoo showing. I'm all in for the series.
10 seconds.
Got it all going. Swift, they're gonna bet out the
5 seconds.
classic heroes, the DP Necro. I feel like they might pick a Tiny, honestly.
So
Since they've got this band out.
yeah, so where Grin Swift is at. For anyone who doesn't know, these two teams played each other the very first week of the season. Swift let Death Prophet go through in the first round or in the first game, got destroyed. And then after that game, they're like, no more. That will not happen again. So all week I'm watching their like drafting strategy chat or whatever, and I'm just seeing we are not letting them play stupid heroes for easy wins. Not happening. First ban's off the board, Death Prophet Necrophos. Who would have guessed?
Oh, Snapfire. This my game slightly glitched out.
Yeah, Snapfire, this is a staple pause 5 pick for Finesse, who is the captain and the drafter. So we can expect that to go pause 5. A big thing to watch in this draft from the first series. I know the Grin Swift off lane got kind of stomped by the BDE safe lane. So I want to see a super strong lane coming out in the off lane. That's what I'd like to see.
Yeah, they banned out the Sand King, just like one of their premier offlaners this patch, but there's still plenty of other heroes available in the pool. Mars,
Yeah.
Underlord, even a Legion if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, so this Pango hero is a really good flex pick for Grin Swift because they're mid laner and both their soft support and their off lane but all play it, and they've put it all 3 roles. And the Sand King as well, their mid plays it, their off laner plays it.
That's true. Dragon Pango is a sight to behold.
Sir, I love Earth Spirit gameplay. This hero to me is super exciting. Once you hit level 10, man, you can roll across the map almost. And it's really good against Snapfire, because obviously Snapfire, when she's ulting, is super stationary.
That's
just
disgusting.
roll straight into it. And Viper, obviously, very strong, annoying laner. If it's put in the off lane, that'll take care of Earth Spirit's like I wouldn't say weak laner. I don't think Earth Spirit's a weak laner, but he does leave the lane often, and I think that kind of fills out if Earth Spirit were to leave. And also super deadly together. Super deadly together.
Yeah, really strong combo. I think they might feel like they still want to go for the Tiny. I think Tiny's like best when paired with a steroid, and you said the Snapfire's most probably going 5, so it's like not the greatest. You'd want like an Omni or an Ogre or something to that effect to buff up the heroes. So I mean, you could still go for the Tiny. The hero's just strong, and you do have 8th pick to protect it.
Yep.
And
it
is
is
playing into
counters banned.
yeah, it is playing into Viper, which kind of sucks, but your Grow doesn't get broken. It's mostly Viper Strike that you have to deal with, but you still have the Echo Saber. Lena.
Ooh.
Okay. Why are my bands so weird out?
So this Lena pick, also a super flexible pick for Swift, which they have several of. Aetherwolf, which is their pause 4 player, plays it, and also Dragon, their mid laner, plays it. So I wonder, since they pick it here at 8, if they're gonna pick it and then just ban Lena counters and just let Dragon run it mid. I'm not a mid player at all, so if it were Viper mid against Lena mid, that's pretty Lena favored, right?
I believe Viper. So I've talked to a bunch of mid laners about this, and it goes a little back and forth where like Viper works out well since he has like the magic res, but I think with the new Lena, the fact that like it's able to get like stacks really easily, and you kind of just like click the hero and don't care as much about corrosive skin, I think it's still like slightly Lena favorite. But I hear people again and again saying like, "Oh, Lena mid, I'm gonna pick Viper," but like I don't see it working out. So I'm not exactly sure what the logic is behind it, at least right now.
I feel like Lena obviously doesn't like to get gone on, but I feel like Earth Spirit's such a good hero to get on top of Lena.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a weird pick to me. And I feel like this wouldn't be a good support duo either. You have no reliable stuns. In order to have like a reliable stun, you'd have to have Lena get a Yules and then like hope to God she doesn't get stunned.
Yeah. Quickly swapping out because my draft was super glitched for GRIN. Let's see if it works now.
So Swift is banning after the Lena pick. They've banned Wraith King and Juggernaut. The Brain Dead Echelon have banned Razor and Tiny.
They finally got rid of the Tiny. They realized they've left it in too long. Yeah.
I don't think Grin Swift. I don't think their carry play is Tiny.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I don't think I've ever seen him play Tiny. Not that I like watch him play every day, but I just haven't seen it. They're more like the Wraith Kings, Ursa type.
That's true. I don't see any Tinies on Nuo's profile. Like TA, I see Chibi, Wraith King, a little bit of Morphling sprinkled in there.
So something to note from the first series, in the mid lane, they split lanes when like game 1, Brain Dead Echelon's mid 1, and then in game 2, Dragon 1 mid lane. So they split in the first series. I wonder who's gonna outplay the other one here.
Yeah, if they've picked up anything special in the last 2 months of the season.
5 seconds remain.
What was it? It was Ember into DP, okay, and then it was SF into... No, it was Pudge into TA. Okay, there we go.
Oh, it was Pudge into TA? Ah, never mind then.
Yeah, that's why the
Radiant's turn.
TA was kind of fine. Okay, CK, like that hero.
I love CK. Whew, this Brain Dead Echelon draft is looking spicy.
Yeah, honestly, the hero I like the least is probably the Viper, because the hero is just kind of like a... It's kind of just used as a crutch, honestly. I see it too often in, like, Archon Contender, where they're like, oh man, let's just put my offlaner on Viper. It's like putting your mid laner on OD, right? It's just like... Are you really actually good at the role, or are you just playing like this hero? Not saying that BDE don't know how to play offlane, but with like if you're generally relying on like a Viper or an OD, then it comes into question your actual skill in the role. But that aside, the Viper itself is strong as a hero. Dragon Knight, okay. Interesting pick into the heroes that are being shown right now. I'm not entirely sure if I agree with it fully.
10 seconds.
I'm trying to see. I always forget like what Dota heroes exist if I'm not actively looking at the list. Let's see. I feel like you could have gone for something that handles the CK a little better for a pause 3.
Dyer's turn to pick.
Phoenix as well.
Phoenix.
Cool.
Interesting. So that's gonna lock the Lena in at the mid lane. And DK off lane.
Huh. The DK just feels really odd to me, like with the heroes that BD is showing right now. Like it doesn't really deal with CK that well. Like it's fine in lane because, you know, CK can't really like beat it up too much. But
I like Phoenix into CK.
Oh, no, I mean the Dragon Knight. Sorry, the Dragon Knight into CK. It just doesn't like do enough versus those illusions, and also it's hard countered by the Viper. I would have loved like if they're gonna pick Phoenix, right? You have this Mars anyway, and you're planning to have this Lena be 2. So you just have like this arena in between the Viper and CK and the Lina,
Mhm.
and I don't really see how she dies, especially if she gets like Shadowblade, BKB into Silver Edge or something like that, and she's kind of just chilling.
Yeah. I want to see. I think if this BDE lineup gets like another initiator where you have this like dual initiators from Earth Spirit plus whatever hero they pick, that does super well for CK and Viper. Well, that's not it. Alright. So when I play Earth Spirit, I love having like another initiator on my team. Like let's say Storm Spirit or Ember Spirit or Void Spirit, any of the other spirits, I guess, on my team, because like you can go in and then they can follow up and go in, and that leaves like heroes like Viper and CK to like run, like, because they don't have initiation, they can just run in there and fight because
Yeah.
all the chaos from their spirit plus whatever.
They're gonna need a. Huh. Okay, they ban out the leech. So if they think this is a mid Sky, mid Viper. Let's see. Let's
guess.
give this a look. See.
I mean, Legion Sky is strong.
So,
Seconds.
It purges the DK stun, which is like their only setup too, so I suppose that makes sense.
well,
I can't imagine having both
yeah.
that core lineup though. It seems a little weird.
It is Radiant's man.
Okay, so the problem is their offlaner and their mid player actually swap roles frequently on BDE, so you're kind of trying to ban out two
Interesting.
hero pools here.
10 seconds.
Yeah, that's pretty
Turn
wild.
to ban.
So
That is
they're
wild.
just banning heroes left and right. I guess maybe it's like a pause 3 CK as well, and they like pivot and put the Viper mid and get a different one.
Definitely
Um,
could be. I like how
and-
Grin Swift is holding their last pick for their carry.
10
Yeah.
seconds.
Like that.
Choose.
I suppose both teams might be.
So
Let's see.
what
What do you
is-
think rounds out this draft?
Dire
must choose.
Oh
Well,
god.
we'll see.
Before I said anything,
Medusa, of course. Why didn't we think so? That hero is wild right now.
I'm honestly not sure. If this CK goes 1 and has a good start, I've seen CK just destroy Dusa before Dusa has enough items. Like, he hits this,
10 seconds.
like, this fucking truck of a timing where it's, like, so hard to deal with them.
5 seconds.
And they don't have, like, the best methods in place. It really depends on what BDE goes next, and I have literally no clue where this draft is going right now.
Yeah, so Phoenix and Medusa are really good together, right? 'Cause
That
if
is true.
Medusa gets gone on, you can just egg behind her, and
Select your hero.
Okay, so
They
pause
can go
3
Ultimate choice.
CK.
yep, it's gonna be 3 CK mid Viper, so it is gonna be the Viper. Lina.
Wait. It's what? Because Quansolo and Q are there swapping mid and 3 players, so it's a
Mid Drow?
Mid Drow, pause 1 CK, 3 Viper. This is so confusing. And then it's a pause 4 Sky and a 5 Earth Spirit.
No, there ain't no way.
Well, at least
there
that's
ain't no way.
seems to be their players wise. I don't know if they're actually gonna do it like that because that seems questionable, but oh no, Texi takes it off lane. Okay, so they literally just swap all their players around on a whim, I guess, except their
I
plus one.
respect it. I respect it heavy.
Yes, this is game 1, David, so no, I don't know what's wrong. Grin's heroes are like glitched out. All you can see is the Lina up here that's like
Oh,
in
that's
the
tough.
air.
So,
But,
I wonder. Let's talk lanes here. Medusa, Snapfire, laning against Viper, presumably Earth Spirit. I feel like they can't. They can pressure her early, but she can still farm. You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna stop her from farming until you hit probably level 4 on both heroes.
Prepare for battle.
I don't know. It's like a solid like lane, but I think Deuce's just chilling with the snap. It's really up to like Finn, I think, on
Yeah.
how this lane goes. Is probably the most important person here because Deuce is just snake, last hit, snake, last hit.
Yep.
But-
I think the whole early game's on the Phoenix.
Yeah, like it's.
I'm talking about stacks, stacks for the Deuce, getting DK off to a good start. I think the whole early game is going to be pretty much on this Phoenix.
Yeah, they're gonna have to make some really good. They have a good squad for like making plays as 4, which is nice. The problem is they are making plays into the 4 of BDE. Well, actually, Drow's probably gonna be maybe a little active. I don't know. We'll see what this Drow plans to do, but isn't required to go active since CK, Viper,
They're
Sky
about to
is
see a
this
smoke play.
insane timing. Are they actually gonna smoke? Interesting.
Yep.
This late. Sky's got one on him. There we go. And there was
Hug
no
the
vision
trees,
of that.
Nua. Hug the trees.
Oh, Finn.
Oh,
Finn? Finn
Goated?
knows.
run, buddy.
Radiant.
Oh, he doesn't
No.
know. Finn! Run, run, run. Reality Rift first. Gets the kill. Mid laner gets it secure.
I decide who dies.
So it is Viper off lane.
Yeah. Imagine if it was Drow off lane, I would laugh. That is not good. As someone who has randomed it and done it in a pub, definitely not it.
So the mid Drow getting first blood. That's kind of
Deep
rough.
night.
Yeah. That means Zhao, I think, already has her Wraith Band done, along with the other extra strats.
Yep.
Yeah.
Next one.
Sentry coming out as well.
Waiting for the treads. I am going to be curious what this Drow goes, because I haven't seen a mid Drow in a whole lot, probably ever since I played on Ethereal, I think.
Did we pick mid Drow? Rhino? Yeah.
No. Nightwolf.
We picked mid Drow for him? Oh.
Yeah, you don't remember? Anyway, but
glad I
I'm
don't.
curious to see if like she goes for like the more carry oriented build, or if she decides to. I mean, you can't really go active on Drow. It just really involves like an early like Yasha Dragonlance and you like make moves. So it'll be kind of curious to see what she does in terms of the build there.
DK had a good first wave there.
Yeah, 5 and 1. You use that
Yeah.
stun effectively to secure a
Yeah.
creep. Even Dusa's kind of chilling right now. I mean, this guy I think just needs to start using spells. We've got 100% mana right here. Might as well throw at least one out.
About to be a courier massacre in the bot lane. Oh, never mind. He wussed out.
Didn't want to go hard for it. Texi though, attempting to pull a singular melee creep over. It's gonna go to the range.
He didn't mean to.
Oh,
He tried to get the courier, but aggroed one creep and then ran away from the creep. If I were him, I would have killed the courier and grabbed the whole creep wave and brought it to my tower.
spooky creep.
Because Viper needs that level 3 or 4 before you can really start to actually play this lane.
So Oh, he actually kicks him away. Then maybe getting a free ride away. Oh,
Top.
Aethelwolf. They're gonna get the kill onto 187 there. They try to courier for it, but it's still definitely worth.
Couriers this game, man.
In trouble. We're all in danger. Ooh. I like the fact that the Viper went for this nulls. I think there's like these few Agi heroes where you can do the like little cheeky thing of going Wraithband nulls. Oh, Texi gonna push Finn back. They've got level 2 in poison attacks, so Finn's gonna be taking a huge amount of damage.
Oh.
Nice cookie around. To maybe get a turn kill with Nua here, but Finn's definitely gonna go down.
Interesting that he opted to do that instead of just...
Ooh, you need that mana shield up a little while ago. Taxi. Looking for the kick. Nua now out of mana. Salve is
Alright.
coming in though. But they need to be careful about when they use this, because it could get cancelled.
Yep.
Roll to the courier.
Courier's in
Taxi?
trouble, man.
No, wait. Oh my god.
No.
290
no
move speed
no
versus
move.
300. Checkmate. Cookie forward. A little bit of damage onto Juan Solo.
Something I don't see in these lower MMR games that I would love to see a lot more of is just dragging the creeps from behind enemy towers to your
Yeah,
tower.
it's a
Reset the
little
equilibrium.
underutilized, I think.
Yeah.
Because it's either like pulling or that to kind of
Yeah.
get the lane back in your favor. Because
In
body
fairness,
blocking.
I didn't see it a whole lot in contender or even honestly even intermediate. I didn't see a whole lot of it. I always felt like it was just like me doing
I
it.
should have more of this.
Yeah,
used to
it's kind of like an old style thing that was done, like that doesn't really like exist a ton in like pro games. Like it kind of does, but it's usually not used because like the offlane is usually now meant to like dominate rather than be the like the pause
Yeah.
3 from like Universe's days and stuff like that. Oh, David's talking about the wave dragging. If you want to explain that, Brian, more in detail, like why wave dragging is beneficial to the lane.
I mean, you just reset your equilibrium to your tower. If you're a good offlaner, you can, or a good 4, you can drag it behind your tier 1 tower.
So
In
like,
between the 1 and 2, reset the equilibrium there. And then you can click on one of the enemy heroes on the map to aggro the creeps to the range creep. You just get a free range creep deny, unless their pause 5 follows you over there. That makes sense.
yeah, so generally when like pause 4s have like early boots or something like that, it allows them to do that. It is a little harder at nighttime since you have to continuously aggro the creeps up the high ground, but it really depends on like what heroes you're playing, but it's quite useful to like use in a little cinch. And it also ends up with the safe laner potentially blasting under their own tower, and depending on what safe laner it is, they might have some issue with that.
So in my opinion, that's the easiest way to make a hard lane easier.
Yeah.
Right. So Phoenix, not a very strong laner early, so you can take that, drag it back to between your towers. Because Phoenix needs levels like crazy to be super effective. By the way, Phoenix is stacking camps in the
2
triangle.
stacks. Very clean from Aethelwolf. Gonna scout out the Invis rune for the Lina as well, so nice bottle.
So let's look at last hits denies. Viper is getting torched somehow.
Yeah, it's... I mean, I thought the Duso would do pretty, like, fine. Like, there's a chance she gets bullied out if they, like, do some really cool stuff early, but, like, this is the thing with Viper. This hero kinda sucks. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, man.
Like,
I know when we played in our LAN tournament last season, this team like always picked Viper off lane to like dominate the lane, and so we let them have it and then just dodged the lane.
Yeah,
We
it's
stomped
like
them.
it is a really easy hero to play around because it has like such like it has huge like flaws as a hero. Like, and I think also like Juan Solo here has 2 mangoes, but I think you really need to be like utilizing your mana efficiently, which I, in that sense, just using it. Like the same thing with like Sky. Like up top, we finally see some mana being used, but
Yeah.
honestly,
I
if you're
agree.
building nulls and stuff like that, you really just want to be casting your spells, especially if you're going like 3 points in poison attack, right?
Yeah.
There's no reason I think that you should really ever be full mana. Not that you should just spam it out for the fun of it, but every time like this Dusa walks up, throw a little harass her way, you know?
Sir, I understand. So Earth Spirit opted to go Urna Shadows. No boots. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say it's not working out for him, but
Noah? Gonna get walked at right here. Has a snake to throw out. Still has the shield. Gonna pig pull to maybe run away in time, but definitely still gonna go down.
nowhere in
There it
charges.
is.
Walked away.
Hexy rolling in, looking for Finesse, but might just trade his life away. Not really the optimal play here. Juan Solo has to keep walking. Gonna get hogged as Finn jumps to the high ground, but still gonna go down.
Viper went hood.
Viper did
Makes
go
sense.
hood. Yeah.
Makes sense, I guess.
The no boots hood. What is this courier looking like? Boots on it. There we go. Drow has treads going Dragonlance, plus that Wraith Band. Soaring completed for DK here. What does the CK have? It's going for the armlet. Okay. Nothing too crazy.
All right, so Deuce's leaving the lane. Viper 6, time to leave. Now, who takes the safe lane? Who gets all that XP? I would say Phoenix. He's also
Yeah.
making more stacks, big stacks. The Wolf's playing very nicely.
Honestly, either support can kind of do it, and neither are like amazing, but I think the Snapfire just has to be really careful with like the Cookie Blast and might like be like, I just have to sacrifice myself once.
Yeah,
But
I think Phoenix would be good at it because I don't think Phoenix can die. If he plays right, he just doesn't die. He'll just fly
yeah,
away.
if he has the
Snapfire will die. Snapfire's gone and he's dead.
and also I kind of want this Phoenix to get XP since he's been using so many stacks. Snap is currently 5, and I think they potentially have better kill potential if this Snap goes top. They simply just cookie onto the Skywrath Mage, kill him over and over again. The CK is a harder kill without like a Lina rotation or something to that effect. Nua, though, getting potentially rotated on here. Athel's gonna jump in very aggressively. Has to be careful.
This is what I'm talking about. He gets going on, he is dead.
Yeah, Finn gonna tick down with maybe a
Unrest.
hit or two more. Getting fogged around, blast in the face, but one solo. Another kill.
Ooh, Texi with a sweet ward there to scout the Dusa.
That's
So if I'm
pretty
playing
cool.
against the
Oh,
Dusa as a pause 4, I am warding up the triangle. I would know those stacks are there. Viper is real strong right now. Skywrath is real strong right now. Smoke U3, triangle.
yeah.
That's where you're playing now. Because
You
now
have to
Dusa,
know.
they have this deep ward down that's never going to catch anything because Dusa will never be there. At least shouldn't be there.
Yeah, she's already rotated the triangle. It seems like some of these stacks were also partially farmed. There's a few creeps missing from this large camp, but Nua will clean the rest of them up and look to stack this Ancient one more time, potentially. Let's see.
Then trying to set up on the...
Is gonna get stacked.
Oh! That is tough. Barely missed it.
Radiant's bottom tower is
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. Top lane.
Oh,
they set up
Mortimer's
the DK
kisses.
stun. They set
Yeah.
up the CK stun and the Snapfire cookie, and the cookie barely missed the CK. So
There's lots of
CK 's
TPs. The roll's gonna come in. Texi's gonna kick back as well. Now Drow's incoming. They're able to get the turn kill on the Sky, but they'll definitely lose 187 here.
He didn't have to kill a Skywrath mage there, like, at all. But
dire structures are full.
Yeah, I was busy watching the Deuce stack Ancients. I was like, this is riveting.
it is riveting.
Oh, Aethel? Out of spells bottom, so this tower will go down, but nice deny.
Bottom tower has been denied.
Now Viper pivots to mid, going for the quick shard.
Invisibility.
So DK did take the safe lane tower, which makes your triangle a little bit safer. Because now the enemies don't want to really play up there because it's not safe for them.
They do have this Dusa kind of hanging around bottom, and I think it's partially because this Lina is still taking over part of this mid area. And I think it's like okay because I think BDE's not playing bottom where they generally might be like inclined to like take over this bottom side of the map from like here to here. But so it's like okay that Deuce is taking this farm and maybe someone stacks up the triangle once again. But
Yeah,
she also
sorry
can't
if I,
take the ancients.
I apologize if I, in the middle of my thought stop. My daughter's also talking to me, so I'm hopping it. I'm doing double conversations.
Pass the game. Have her jump on.
Should look to their bottom
There are 4 heroes mid for BDE, but they are going to play into the available ults from GRIN Swift here. There is a Nag, there is a Mortimer's Kisses. Their pause when the CK has shown up though, so
under attack. Radiant
they are
fortified their structures.
committing resources. Swift as well. 5 heroes now in this area. Dragon Knight now will kind of walk away though.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So I'm checking the ranks of the players on this just to check. BDE has an Ancient 4 player in the Crusader League. Holy moly, what?
Wait, who's Ancient for? Oh, as I say that, the stun goes
Sorry.
onto Nene right here. They're gonna get the stun onto Lina right now. Mortimer's Kiss is raining down. The egg's gonna go out in time. Dragon Still's probably gonna tick down and fall, but they get the CK as the turn kill. Juan Solo probably won't get stunned up here. DK has a stun available in 1 second. Will he get it off in time? He needs Vision of the Viper here. It's gonna get fogged to the right. And looks to just turn on the tower. The Drow's an Ancient player? Ancient
Yeah, I
in
just
my
clicked
Archon
on.
League SMH.
Oh yeah, Archon League, my bad.
Oh, what the? No.
How does that happen?
I think he got multi-shot from range, but that's unfortunate.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah, I just took a silence into clicks. Stun onto Earth Spirit here. Taxi. Should be actually ticking down quite low thanks to that Sunray from Aethel. If they can get a little more damage, they might get the kill. The Sky ult, not gonna get it. Oh, I honestly don't know how Texi ticked down.
Tick down to, he must have got hit by a fire
Oh,
spirit.
Aethel's gonna get cleaned up by the what's it called? Holy shit, the multi-shot. And now 187 gonna get cookied away, but Juan Solo running in. Gonna get the Viper ult as well. Another strike onto him. Broken, taken down. I think that was a 4-step from the Drow forward. Very cool.
So, the map for the Radiant is falling apart, which is the natural timing of the Dire draft. So, I think the Radiant needs to try to split them up, not get run at. How to do that? I don't know. Get your supports, smoke into their jungle, get some wards down, try to play on those wards.
They're continuously
Cut waves.
like walking into this 5-man of
Yeah.
EDE. Like they won with their ults up, but they don't have Phoenix ult, they don't have Mortivers. I think this Lina needs to be the one shoving out these side lanes really hard right now. Like the fact that Lina's currently walking around mid, like back and forth, is not it. Like one of your supports can be deep pushing here. Dragon can always join a fight with those bots. Bobby looking for Aethelwolf right here is gonna get the rift back. They're gonna get the stuns out though. They've got the shard as well from DK. The silence is out, but not enough to keep the CK alive.
What was he doing?
He's looking for Phoenix, but
Making space for the tower. That's 5 head.
yeah, Shard Viper, kind of strong.
Invisibility.
Alright, they just give up an invis rune. Placing sentry upon sentry, but Texi will walk away. And now, no flare available, but Drow. Q's gonna come in from the top, and again, this Drow's just
farming
getting kills.
creeps. Drow just hitting creeps. Looks on the minimap. Oh my gosh, Phoenix is running into me. I'm just gonna click him twice.
Just falling into the lap of the Drow, really.
Yeah. It's rough. So we have these bots on the Lina, but I feel like we're not getting on the map with the Lina.
Oh, 187 spotted out? Bobby went to hit a range creep, I guess, so 187 will live to see another day. As he's actually looking to turn... What? What's happening here? Oh, on the other side, actually, Mythic Flare is going to get used on Finn.
There is tranquility.
Deeper in the jungle. And it looks like 187 now going to cut the wave. The TP in is coming from Q. Wait, 187 doesn't have a TP for 27 seconds, so I think he's just dead.
He is.
Silence is going to
dead.
come out. Q's doing a nice job of tracking the DK, staying with him. Gets another kill. Wicked sick now.
Phew. It's a rough hero to be feeding into.
Yes, Drow's having an insane start and going for a really quick BKB as well, so...
Yep, it's a really good BKB game.
Nice early timing for Drow. You know, Dusa literally just has Manta, so...
This is a really strong timing for the Dire here. Very strong. Viper's got mech, he's just going for the support-ish Viper, which is probably the right way. I think he got plenty of damage in front line
Yeah.
from CK.
The only,
Drow.
like, non-aura thing he needs is Shard to help just push out these towers a little bit, so they don't have to rely
Yeah.
entirely on Phantasm.
He has
And
the
we'll
shard,
see.
actually. I just realized.
Yeah, he has it already. You got it almost immediately. Yeah. They got probably one of the most annoying towers to get in the game. Very easily. Now this wave's gonna be like almost always hanging around the bottom tier 3 and making it so much harder for Green Swift to contest Roche.
Yep. Sure will.
Oh, they are smoked up. They're most definitely gonna find Nua here. It's broken up, needs to get that ult off yesterday, but the Silence plus the Mythic Flare is gonna come out and they're able to get the Dusa. Marksmanship proc to top it all off.
That's a really common move. Glad to see people in the Archon doing it. Where you
Stun,
take a
they get
tower.
the cookie as well. And they get the Earth Spirit. Texi, not gonna roll away actually, just wanders off to his own death. You're saying the cut up though, yeah. Common
Oh
move.
yeah. It would take the tier 2 tower, smoke directly across the map. Because obviously, if you're taking that tower and they're not defending, they're
Oh,
on the other
stun
side of
onto
the map.
Drow here. Mortimer's Kisses to boot, but the Hurricane Pike away is going to break a little bit of distance. And now the DK silenced up. Can they get some damage onto Q? They need a stun. Anything. Phoenix not able to get the egg off in time. Now the BKB is going to be popped by Q. And they have no other hero really left. There is no TP from Dragon.
He was super patient with that BKB too. He had it up the whole time. He waited and waited and waited, and then he let it rip.
Yeah, he was, I think, waiting for the egg to get popped, so he didn't get, like, Fire Spirit. But once the Phoenix did... First stages into the hands of the Drow, looking to close out the rest of the map here. As I choke on my water. Dragon has the Bug Shadow Blade, only now going for this BKB, so the Lena's timing is going to be a little slower than we might have hoped initially.
Yeah, that's what happens when you go bots. Your timings just get pushed back a little bit because bots is not a timing. It's in essence more like a farming item in my opinion. Good map
Yeah.
pressure item, I suppose.
And
When your
honestly,
map is collapsing, it's pretty bad.
I think bots is probably the most like misused item. I think, like just like the lack of like it just really isn't utilized. Maybe not misused, but like underutilized item. I think is the term that I want to use.
Yeah.
Oh, high ground. They've popped the Phantasm. They've got the CK Illusions positioned nicely. This tower should be pretty free. Oh, Texi's gonna go down. Dragon's able to get that kill on the other side of the map. Maybe
Nice.
even the
Now's the
odds a little
45.
bit.
Little 4v5 action.
Okay, the Wolf going in. They get the stun onto the Drow here. The Cookie as well. It actually hits onto the Viper. That's a huge catch. And now, Drow does have a BKB TP. If she
Not
feels
gonna.
the need to use it, Q's gonna just go to the high ground, pop that multi-shot, and now turning onto Noah. Nice egg, actually zoning really well. Drow's gonna get stunned up if she's not careful. 1, 2, 3, there she goes. Noah's able to get taken out. The Cookie as well. The range creep getting pushed forward, and now 187 able to come in and secure the kill. Nade on the sky, on the run
Skywrath
here.
down.
They
He's
have
fast though. Oh, he turned
eyes.
around.
Oh no!
Mules? Just set
Dragon's
him
gonna
up.
come in and finish it off as well. Got the LSA plus the Dragon Tail. CK the only survivor of that fight. And Grin Swift, signs of life. That was such a nice egg. The positioning there was like CK literally was like, I'm gonna go hit it, and then he's like, wait, I literally can't. And Drow just almost forgot about the egg because it like wasn't on her screen.
I would have just TP'd out if I were Drow.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not an ancient player, but I would have TP'd out.
I think that was an immediate BKB TP. They have no cancel for it.
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
the heads up play from Aethelwolf would have been to like egg while
time it.
while the thing was down, the Aegis was respawning, but so it like keeps the Drow a little closer, but either way they got the kill, and that's what matters.
Yeah. So Deuce farming pretty good going into Scotty. I don't know how much the Scotty costs these days. Not a core player. Like 50, 52.
It's 5,000 something. 300, 5,300.
Oh, I was super close. So he's what, 1,400 away if he doesn't want buyback.
Yeah. It's gonna be another nice timing. And again, I mean the power of Grinswift with their ults and they're like teamed together.
Yes.
It's-
They're very, very team fight heavy drafters. That's how they do it. Uh-oh.
Q looking for a Dusa. The Mantis actually not available for 8 seconds. That's a crazy aggressive play from Q. Noah should know that they're under a ward. Aethelwolf though gonna walk in, just gonna pop that Yules. But what?
Stand there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really hard to use your one defensive item aggressively when you don't have anything to follow it up.
There was no dive as well. Egg stun does go through BKB, David. So yeah.
It does, for sure. The burn doesn't, but...
Yeah.
187 getting on the map, getting some damage on that tier 2. Gonna TP out with the Dragon Form.
Gonna pop that Manta immediately. Snake gonna go out, steal a little bit of mana, bring it back.
Viper can die here. Super
Yeah.
easily.
They are taking this tower nicely. Mortimer's Kiss is gonna be used, but they have no like catch to hold them in those blobs until 187 goes for it. Lots of damage onto the ground right now. Q's gonna have to pop that BKB, but the Mystic Flare is gonna go down. Noah gonna pop the ult. There's a Stone Case coming out. There is a Silence, though. He's still gonna run forward. The Viper's been stone caught by the LSA plus the Cookie forward. Texi, though, gonna
Dusa
kick
in
the
trouble.
Dusa
Oh,
up to the high ground, and now Q searching for Aethelwolf. That egg's probably gonna have to be popped pretty darn soon. Getting hit by the multi-shot, and now Dragon turning onto Q right here. They should be able to lock down the Drow. The Force Staff to the other side. The
Nice.
LSA gonna catch the Cookie follow-up as well. Dragon with the triple kill. And GRIN, another favorable fight.
So, when you're winning a game of Dota, and you go high ground twice and get wiped twice, the game gets incredibly hard. Not only is it the game now even in like net worth wise, but now like you feel like you can't go high ground. Like you can, but you feel like you cannot.
Yeah.
So now I doubt Brain Dead Echelon tries to go high ground for a while. It's going to give Medusa a ton of time, and I think that's a bad decision. But we'll see.
Yeah, I'm honestly a little surprised that they got caught there because they had like a ward on that triangle. I don't think they had any. I'm pretty sure they saw the DK just walk up and do that. They will smoke and will probably find Noah here with literally no mana at all. Noah's gonna get rifted back. Oh, they're just gonna pop the Mystic Flare. This heal from Phoenix is not enough, not by far. Aethel gonna
Negligible.
drop that Yule, is gonna dive away, roll off the mark, but there's more little birds chasing this bigger bird. Silence going out.
Here comes the flock.
Arcane. I honestly have not seen a sky in so long. I forget what these spells are called.
Not since Grin Ethereal, huh? Just reference them a bunch.
Yeah, every time.
That's 9-second BKB.
I think they actually are gonna go high ground here. And like you said, it's the right play. I mean, there's not a whole lot.
Well,
I mean, there's
Drow's on the other side
Drow.
of the
Holy,
map.
Drow just TP'd
No
away.
TP.
Okay. Not sure about that
Weird.
one.
They are going high ground
Mortimer's
still
Kisses.
without.
If
No
they get the
way.
LSA as well, oh, they get one BKB off. Bobby's gonna pop it. He's gonna get the stun off onto Dragon as well. Dragon not gonna pop his BKB, but now 187 taking the entire Mystic Flare plus in the break there, so he's gonna go down. Bobby taking quite a bit of damage, but will be able to walk away and lifesteal off some creeps.
Drow uninterested in going high ground. That's
Drow's
the
like-
mental game.
Good luck, guys. Have fun.
Uninterested.
I'm hitting these ancient creeps over here.
Oof. Dragon with the slight mistime kind of cost him a kill on the CK there.
Yeah.
He was able to get his BKB off, and it's tough. What can you do besides time your stun better?
So DK needs a halberd after this BKB. Like AC's
He is going Scotty overwhelming blink is what he's got queued up.
on holy. That's interesting. Not actually the worst, I would say.
Screw an AC, you know, having trouble with high ground. Yeah, to right clear.
The blink will murder fools. That is true. I think they. Honestly, I feel like their heroes are fine. It just feels like their like discipline for high ground's a little odd. Like, I don't feel like all three of them have to be hitting. I feel like two of them can, and one can be like prepped for something to happen. They are
Swift playing under
beelining.
wards, and they are smoked in. See you later,
Finn?
Finn.
Finn's gonna tank it, so maybe Nua gets away. Oh my god, Finn jumps to the high ground. God on Earth. Oh my god, no, the Mystic Flare. Finn, keep Finn alive. Operation Don't Let Finn Die. Finn does not die.
Out CP in top for Dragon. Dragon's
Oh.
long gone.
No vision.
Drow keeps TPing for these, but like if I see the Drow TP there, I'm telling I TP back to bases Lena, we smoke out and we slaughter them. Like
Yeah.
Drow will not get there in time.
I'm telling my team, smoke, smoke. They're actually gonna go high. No, don't do it. Please don't do it again. Your
we
Drow's
go again.
literally hitting jungle creeps. They're pinging. 187 maybe understands that they're currently Drowless right now, but let's
Drow
see.
running over. Roshan does respawn in a minute and 40.
No, it gets the haste. Okay, there we go. Drow will now be here. On time, present, ready. Looks like they want to go top now. Definitely the better lane to siege. There's a break. The Silver Edge from Dragon has been completed. 187 gonna go forward with the stun, gonna pop that BKB. Turning on to Q right now. The egg on the high ground zoning, gonna have to force them away. But the stun from Dusa, wasting the BKBs from both the CK and the Drow. The egg stun's gonna hit onto CK, so they're probably gonna lose Bobby here. The kickback, 187's gonna be the next one to fall now. Texi, but Q caught out with no BKB, hit by the LSA. Nice silence maybe by a little bit of time, but he's still gonna go down. Now Juan Solo, left to your solo on the low ground. The Sky on the high ground. Maybe the next one to fall. Will Aethel go down? Probably not. There's not a whole lot of spells
God, he's
available
low.
from Nate. Back away, back away. Oh, Aethel's dead. For sure.
Finn got real close to him like he was gonna tank it for him or something. That was funny.
I think he was hoping
So-
for the... Oh, he doesn't even have the cookie health talent. Never mind.
So, dude, why does the Snapfire have 5k gold in the bank?
Oh my god, what the hell? Finn, what you doing there? And the tangos in backpack, casually holding them.
Roach respawning in 12 seconds. So remember when I said like you're winning the game, you're feeling good, you go high ground twice and feed both times, and then you're like, we can't go high ground. Well, imagine like doing that one more time. Now how are you feeling? Just
It's-
not great.
It's rough, and I'm honestly kind of confused how it keeps happening. I'm not gonna lie. I don't fully understand.
Wow,
how.
he got that mid tower by himself.
Because
No, the Roche respawned as soon as Nua walked away from it. No.
someone scout it out again, please, please, please. Come on, Finn, I believe in you.
Oh, that's so tough. Oh.
And they're gonna
That's so sad.
scan. They have this really nice ward as well.
Bottom tower is
So something we gotta watch out for. Phoenix did buy the shard, but isn't using it. Though the shard gives him Sunray and Supernova,
Dire's
and every time he's Supernovaed with it so far, he has not used Sunray. You get a free Sunray and he's not using it. But
Radiant are
it's
scanning
that shard is so good actually.
Okay, they might think they're in Roche, which they are.
Are.
So that would be good for
You
them
got
to
everything.
know. They're gonna spit someone in. Oh my god, they
The
spit the
Dusa.
Dusa in. Noah's gonna pop the Stone Gates, and now the Stun into the Drow. They might be able to stun lock her in time. No BKB is gonna come
No
out, and she has
way.
no buyback. They get the Roche here. GRIN, Swift, going for the jugular. Juan Solo
Ancient
caught
Purple,
out right
what?
here. Oh man. Oh, they're hemorrhaging kills on BDE. Nene potentially the next one to fall. The LSA hits. They've got the Dragon Stun as well. Their only hope is this Bobby pushing out the wave mid, but top wave,
No.
there's another wave available.
Yep, now the name of the game for Grin Swift. Sit behind Dusa as she hits towers. They can kill her once probably with them sitting behind it, but there's no way they're killing her twice. No
I
shot.
can't believe that worked. That was insane.
That I mean, if there's a hero you're gonna spit at them, I'm fine with it being Medusa. As long as your team is 100% following up. If Medusa's in the fight and hitting everybody, it's tough.
And they were following up. Lena got that LSA, not a chance for this Drow to pop that golden item, so... They have 4 heroes now. Let's see if Swift get away with the racks here.
So
Looks like
I don't like Dragon hit. Oh, nice. I don't like Dragon hitting the racks here. Literally just play slow, man. Sit behind Dusa. You're not really on a timer. and you have the Aegis.
Yeah. I think it was acceptable when they had like 2 heroes dead. Once he gets to like
Yeah.
4 back up, then you're like, let me just let our Dusa player do the damage. Who was actually going for a Daedalus, so Dusa dealing quite a bit of damage. And
I want to see how BDE responds now, because mentally they're in the dirt.
Under attack.
yeah.
This Viper, by the way, is doing 0 things.
This is Viper the hero, lads. It literally does nothing unless you are
You have 3
actually,
supports.
like, I feel like this Viper needs to go like Blink or something. Like, the fact that they don't have any gap close besides this Earth Spirit, this is what you were saying, right?
No
Earth Spirit
stuns.
needs a pair, like, to
Yeah.
go in, and they don't have it. Like, CK can't really do that as a pause 1. If he was pause 3, maybe. That's why I think maybe like Viper mid, pause 3 CK, pause 1 Drow could have served them better.
Tower is
But
Maybe. Or maybe the
hindsight is
Sky Hero
hindsight.
wasn't.
Oh,
Maybe
Sky's
Sky wasn't a hero.
kind of not it. Because they're not even like using it to its full potential. They're not like CK stunning, rifting him back, like dropping the Mystic Flare. It's kind of just Sky, Atos, hoping for an ult, and they already have like Yules and stuff like that. Like every hero has a way of getting out of the Sky ult, so.
I'm still shocked like how hard this game flipped on its head, because this game was like incredibly one-sided, and now it's just flopped. Oh, I can't look at the gold charts in this. That's tough.
What do you mean, like the graph?
Yeah. Can I?
It's F6. You should be able to. Yeah, I can see it right now. Its net worth is
Oh, wow.
14k. Look at that upward,
Yeah.
the slow
So,
mountainous.
35-ish minutes. The Dire was ahead by a lot, 7k. And since then, they're down by 14k. So 21k gold swing in 10 minutes. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Hopefully that math checked out there.
Surprisingly, Dragon actually went for the Sanj Kaya on Lina. Not something you really see often on the hero.
Oh, you said Dragon. I clicked on Dragon Knight.
Oh, Phoenix gonna have to get Yules up into the air. Gonna get hit by this multi-shot. Q actually has a shard. Is anyone gonna help? Oh my god, pop that ult right now. Q's gonna
Use your
pop
Sunray!
that BKB. Use the Sunray, it's not gonna be used. The ult's also there from Nua, so they're committed to... Can they catch more though? Juan Solo getting run it by the Sunray. The LSA clips the Viper just barely. The stun as well. 187 is able to catch the Drow. Q's gonna go down. No buyback again. The spit forward from Pin. They claim another kill. 2 buybacks from the Viper and the Earth Spirit, and now they're gonna look for mid on GRIN Swift. They can't go for the Megas right here as bottom tower is still alive, but 187 going in on the CK. Do they have the follow-up stuns? Bobby's gonna get that BKB off now, turning on to Finn right now. They're gonna pop the fortification as well, so there's quite a bit of damage coming out. The break, it's enough to take out the Snapfire, but now they're gonna lose the Earth Spirit. That is a dieback. Nice magnetize going around, but Bobby, he's gone. The CK has to buy back into the game. Dragon's gonna get the stun onto the Sky, and Juan Solo as well. Ult for kill for Dragon.
Give him the page, dude. So, this CK is ignoring Lina, and as the hero that closes the gap for your team with the Earth Spirit, you have to go on Lina. Lina is 17-1, and he is just getting ignored. It doesn't make any sense.
It's funny because Drow also pinged that bounty rune drop because Drow is 55 gold off of buyback right now.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter when you're getting ended.
Yeah. Oh my god, Bobby's gonna get caught out here. The LSA is gonna hit. Dragon has the Laguna Blade as well. He's gonna bring the Lina closer in, but I don't know if that's the play. They have the Mystic Flare, but Dragon BKB up again. No fear at all. Turning on to Nene right here. 2 nice crits to get this Sky quite low, and Drow not even gonna be alive in time to see her own Ancient fall. GRIN Swift playing game 1 of the best of 3 series.
Wow. In ugly fashion.
That was
Ugly fashion.
That was something.
GRIN was rewarded for Brain Dead Echelon playing terribly. Let's go!
Oh my god, yeah, that was...
There were some really sweet team fights though from Swift though, that's for sure.
Yeah, they finally figured out after like I'd say like 20-minute timing. They were like, wait a second, our team fight ultimates are like so good, and we kind of
Yeah.
just win every fight if we use them. And they got that going and kind of figured it out. GRIN win indeed.
Sir, Grin win. So, for one, Sorry wants to help cast game 2/3.
Oh shit!
you
Let me
would
let me
love
get
to
him
have
in
him.
here if you
I'd
want to
love
break
to
some
have
stuff down.
So, and this is going to be a quote, so pardon the crappy English. The team with the more stuns is usually pretty better. That was one of my teammates from 5-6 years ago said that. He's now an immortal player, so I mean, you have this team with
Mhm.
like gap close, but no stuns. You have, okay, let's count them up. Chaos Bolt, Rolling Boulder. Okay, 2 stuns. Look at the other team. LSA, DK stun.
Snapfire.
Bolt maybe, Snapfire, Cookie, repositioning spells. Like, I don't know, man. It's
Also, our third person here is joining us. Sorry, from Rin, Divine, Immortal, everything. You've seen him before. The man, the myth, the
Hopefully not.
legend
the
has
best.
Hello.
arrived.
Hello there.
Hello.
Did you catch that game? Sorry.
I catched that game from 23 minutes onward.
All right. What do you
Oh,
guys
so you
say
saw
about it?
GRIN winning then?
I
You saw
did
the
see Grin
upswing.
winning. That was neutral. I have no biases. It was neutral. The game ended one way and the other, and as a caster, I have no biases. So it was one of the 2 results that could have occurred, and I observed that it did.
Wow, look at him go.
I hate you.
So I can't get into the nuances of that game because when you start watching any game of Dota like halfway through, you miss out on a lot, and I'm also like rusty at Dota. I haven't been playing a ton of it. However, it one thing that I thought was very telling about the state of the game, you guys commented a little bit on it about how Dire kept slamming their heads against high ground and trying to just end the game, is they were 10 kills up. It was like 15 to 25 at like 25, 26 minutes, maybe after they lost a team fight or something. And they were 1k up on net worth. And that's just because they were just like supposedly winning the game super hard, but not taking over the map at all. They're just
Yeah.
not taking advantage of the like leg up they're supposed to have, and just funneling all their resources in like a dirtily kind of siege that's really just not excellent. And then teleporting your primary siege hero Drow Ranger back to deal with D push is like really not good.
Mega cringe. Mega cringe. So
Yeah.
one thing I noticed in that game, which obviously didn't matter, is that so this is an Archon average league that we're in, and that Drow Ranger is high ancient, which I thought was super weird. But apparently that doesn't matter. Hashtag bring Immortals down to Archon League.
MMR, but
Rank is just a number. It's just a
Yeah.
number. It doesn't mean anything.
Amen, brother.
Now, maybe it's like you got to do something. You need something done right. You got to do it yourself, kind of thing. Maybe better to just not have it done and do the wrong thing as 5 instead.
Yep. I think they would have won the game.
Possible. That said, Radiant had like a really disgusting lineup for defending high ground. It was so disgusting, in
They did.
fact, that they could pull away one of their heroes that's good at high ground defense to split push in the meantime, and they would still be totally fine on high ground defense while
And they did
simultaneously
that.
pressuring. Yeah. But like they could have even done it way harder.
Yeah.
Like they did it more than 0, which is good. It's what they're supposed to do. But they could have done it way harder, man. That's what I mean. Like Lena definitely did a good job, especially utilizing the Shadow Blade to be evasive. Yeah, I won't speak too much on the first game though, because I didn't see all of it, and I'm sure I missed a lot of important developments.
Yeah. Pretty much the lanes were pretty Dire favored. The lanes broke down. They found Medusa a bunch in the triangle, and game was hard. And then they threw 3 times going high ground. That was the game.
That's high ground for you.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean there's not a whole lot to that game. I think it was like kind of played out. Like we saw it coming from a couple miles away, I think. The fact that they were beating their heads into a bit of a brick wall that was the Swift High Ground. Which, I mean, Swift High Ground wasn't even like that amazingly strong. Like, they were still able to take the tier 3. They kind of just got caught retreating, which is what one wouldn't really expect, but
I was also
Especially
really
with no
surprised by that
gap close
catch.
heroes.
I was super surprised by that catch. I saw Dragon Knight blink in. I'm like, I respect the hustle, but this seems incredibly stupid. But it somehow worked
Yeah.
out. Like, it just completely baffled me.
Yeah, if they're leaving high ground and they're way ahead, I'm like, all right, boys, nice defense.
Yeah,
Not
if they leave.
kill
That's,
them.
that's the W in and of itself. You've acquired
Yeah.
the W.
Yeah, and instead they
worked
just
out, so
double
that's-
down. They double dip on the Dire team, and it pays huge.
yeah.
That was pretty wild.
Well, game 2 is going to be underway really soon as we discuss these wonderful, wonderful topics that is game 1.
Full
Sorry,
disclosure, I am still looking at a loading screen, so if we start seeing picks and bans, I am in the dark for now.
No. We're all on the same thing right now.
Alright.
Sorry, what were you doing before this game? Why weren't you here for game 1, man?
I got it. There was a notification on the GRIN Discord channel, and I clicked on
You're
it, and I
welcome.
saw that was the game was going, so I clicked on it. End of
Oh.
story.
Here to support
Yeah,
the
that's for all the
Grin
haters that
lads.
say, "Why'd you ping me?" That's why.
That's why.
Because some people care. If
Everyone
you don't
gets
care, then
pinged,
I
so
don't care.
I might notice. It's like the bat signal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Now you're getting it.
No, yeah. I got an excellent jawline. I'm white. I like to beat people up. Yep, that's me.
All the great things that's one would want, I guess.
Batman is also immortal, just in case you were wondering.
Oh yeah, that too.
He's a support player.
Batman
He plays
plays
on a
Dota. That's why he's depressed all the time. He's playing Dota during the day.
Is Batman depressed?
I don't know. If you've seen, he looks really sad and tired and
Yeah,
shit.
it doesn't look great, dude. For facts.
It's like he's been on the MMR grind for quite a while.
So I don't know how to complete this circuit back to Dota 2.
Yeah, we're looking desperately for a segue, and
I was gonna go further down the
I
metaphor
know.
and be like, you think the
like,
Joker
like-
like the Dark Knight, the night is always darkest before the dawn, and we'll see if are we playing against Swift? If Swift can pull it back in their favor for this
Well,
game.
they won
2
game 1
draft.
though, so
Oh, it's Grin Swift. Who's the other team?
brain dead
Brain
Echelon.
Okay, I meant Brain
Which
Dead
they
Echelon,
are.
but you said Swift, and I was thinking Swift was the counterpart to this Grin team for some reason.
Okay, well, we are now into the draft, so we're done discussing Batman. But I do want to pose one question, which is, do you think the Joker Q-snipes Batman and griefs him? Anyway, now into the
Dota
draft.
2.
They banned the Pangolier
fun, I
once
guess.
again.
Do you think any heroes in the first game on either team are gonna get respected?
I think Swift bans the same stuff. I think maybe Brain Dead swaps it up, but probably not. I don't think anything was like, damn, that's like super OP.
I
From
bet. I'm thinking Medusa will be more contested in this.
Yeah, I think second phase maybe Medusa gets banned out, but not first phase.
Because I think in that last game it was like, oh crap, Medusa's still in the pool. Let's just pick that. That's what it felt like. Because no one even banned things against it. It was just picked at the end. We're like, oh yeah, the hero's really good right now.
You guys know if this Pango is a targeted ban or if it's
It
just
is.
It's targeted. There's
Okay,
like
who's
3
it for?
players on Swift who pick it up.
Yeah.
okay.
Yep, bans are the same.
Yeah, I was gonna say the
So
Seiking
on
ban.
the
Playing
It's
a lot of
nice.
Necro?
Huh?
so it shows that Brain Dead Echelon won game 1. If you look by like the logos,
Yeah, I see
but
that.
that
It's
is
strange.
false.
Oh
is
my
false,
god,
right?
these clowns making the lobby.
Fake news.
Are
So
people,
fun.
is Necro like top tier in the meta right now? I'm a little
Yeah.
fuzzy.
Necro
Yes.
is very, very strong.
Why is
Premier-
Snapfire the highest contested hero in this series? What the fuck? Hero's not even that good.
They're like, what's
It's
a tiny?
not terrible. I think it's totally fine for pickable.
It's not terrible, but like
I mean, I feel
Why
like there's
is it
stronger
so
first
competitive?
picks. Like Undying, I think is
Dane.
one of the strongest supports right now.
You can pick
Um,
something stronger, but comfort is comfort.
That's
and
true.
like the meta matters, but the farther away you are from like
Comfort.
what we'll call optimal Dota, the less
Yeah.
that the meta is like a authoritarian force on your drafting and all that.
Yeah, that's true.
sorry saying these players are bad, which is really toxic. That's all I
So-
I'm
want
not
to say.
saying they're bad. You are actually.
Oh shoot,
Oh.
I've played myself.
Yeah, you played yourself.
Swift just has the one. I literally don't know why Swift is glitched for me, but I do see that they picked the Jakiro.
Nice. Shakiro's a good hero.
I'm
Me.
hoping. Do we recall what their first 2 picks were in the first game?
I can tell you. So Swift had 5 and 8, and they picked Snapfire Lena. Braindead Echelon had 6 and 7, and they picked Earth Spirit Viper.
Tide Hunter.
Wide Hunter.
Dude, Grand Swift loves teamfight heroes. They love teamfight heroes.
I
I
think
think Ty is their most picked hero.
they
this
were like
season.
talking about that during the interview last time, where they were like, we just realized that like our oh my god, blanking on the words, but they were like, this is how we want to like play Dota or whatever. So
It's a very straightforward hero, and it's definitely good to keep it simple and just, do your thing that way. A real high risk maneuver is to always go for the fancy pants route, because then you introduce so many extra points of failure. So just something simple and straightforward like this is totally respectable.
yeah,
Ursa's good against Tide in lane in theory, but if you put Jakiro in that Tide Hunter lane, I don't even think that's true anymore. I don't
Sapphire
even-
Ursa is a strong lane though.
It's pretty alright if that's what they go. It's true. It's optimally positioned in that you're picking, presumably, it's a carry. We're just gonna say it's a carry and not pretend it's anything else. And then you have 3 bands to get rid of counters and stuff. However, it still feels early for Ursa. Ursa is still Ursa. He's not that difficult to counter, You can get
Yeah.
rid of 3 counters, and then there's like only like 30 more, That's how it feels sometimes.
they are getting
And
rid
at the end of the day, it's like not
obvious
the end of the.
ones.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying they are getting rid of the obvious ones here.
So
At
as
the
a
end of-
pause for I'm sorry.
This is
Go,
all I'm saying.
go,
This is all
go.
I'm gonna say. Even if Ursa wins the Tide lane like they drafted him in order to do, Tide can still take stacks. It's really not the end of the world. He doesn't have
Yep.
to keep going back to lane and just feeding Ursa. So it's like not even that big of a deal if it goes in BDE's favor. All right, you can go ahead.
So I'm gonna assume the Shakiro's going 5, because we're probably not. They are probably not wanting it to be 4. What pause 4 would you like to lane against Ursa? What lane, I suppose, will you pair with the Tide Hunter?
So this will reveal my biases as a pause 4 player. I think less about what I want to play to lane against the Ursa, and I think more about like how can I roam and like help other lanes, because that's the kind of pause 4 that I am.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm the same way.
I would say if you're looking for like pairings, I mean this Tide is basically going to be 3 right now, but if you put something like a Hoodwink or any like, I think a ranged hero with like a slower stun is really valuable. I think if you're willing to go something like a Shadow Demon 4, which doesn't really seem the best with like a Jikiro pairing, that's an amazing hero against Ursa generally in the game. But if you want like lane, like I think Hoodwink Tide Hunter is really cool because one of you gets an Oov, because like Tide can actually do this really cool thing where you get an Oov and you just use the Anchor Smash and you're able to walk away from the Ursa. And if Hoodwink picks up the Blightstone, they can actually turn and kill this hero. So it's not
Yeah.
like super Ursa favored. Like if you're a good Tide player, there's actually like outplay potential.
Yeah.
That would
Here's my
definitely be a
thought
good duo.
process.
Go
Sorry.
ahead. Go
My
ahead.
thought process on it, seeing a Snapfire Ursa, in what I would think is a good lane against Tidehunter, because I think it is I would want to pick a pause 40 hero that's fast and cannot. No, well they're not going to like high movement speed, so you can drag the creeps and just kind of dodge the lane that sort of way. And I was thinking Pugna's really good against Ursa, high move speed.
Ooh.
Good as a pause 4, or I was thinking Coddle because he's got the innate blind, very fast. No problems with Ursa. I think both those heroes would have been phenomenal as support.
So we've discussed, or at least we've mentioned a couple supports, and like I've been thinking about like 5 or 6 others in total, and they're all like seem to be really reasonable against Ursa and lane. You mentioned Shadow Demon, which was I think a good option in lane and otherwise, and I think it pairs just fine with Jakiro. It sets up Ice Path and all that. It's a save against whoever Ursa goes on. You just use it on Ursa. It's a purge for. It's Shadow Demon's great. I think Hoodwink's also great for all the reasons you mentioned. I was also thinking you could go like a pause 4 Phoenix. Phoenix as a pause 4 feels pretty good. Pause 5 not so much, but definitely nice there. Some good synergy with Tide. I think Lion is something I quietly thought about. I think Lion could be pause 4. Whether it's Lion or Jakiro, I think it will both be kind of fine. As long as you like position with some amount of caution, I think you should be totally okay.
Yeah.
Like I think it's not too difficult to just like pick a support that lanes with Tide and doesn't get trounced and can potentially threaten as well.
Dragon Knight.
I'm watering at this Rubik pick. Foaming at the mouth, dude. It's a really good Rubik game.
I don't know that it's a bad Rubik game.
What? What are you saying?
So like he has some good spells to steal. I agree with you, but like I don't know. Rubik feels kind of feast or famine.
Yeah.
Let's imagine that BDE is in the like they're losing, they're down, they got to make things happen. Less likely that you have a spell stolen, less likely that you have a good spell stolen, and you can steal a good spell. Some of the good spells to steal are the big team fight ones, and if you're behind, you don't want to take a team fight.
There it is.
Now, if you're ahead, it's kind of neat. Steal Ravage and do cool things like that. It's not the most important thing. It's just a support.
10 seconds remain.
I guess I'll see how it plays out. I think I'm giving the vibe that it's more of a misplay than it is, if it even is. But I don't know.
Even if especially if your Rubik player is like not very good.
No, if it's a comfort pick, like it could be totally great. What's nice about it is a hero like Tidehunter suggests that you group up as a team. If they try and fight you, you just press your R button. It's all kind of tough, whereas Rubik is a pretty inexpensive way of helping defend your towers and wave clear. 1, because the Fade Bolt kills creeps, and 2, because it lowers attack damage. You'll have cast range and all that. You can steal Jakiro's spells, become even better tower defense. If it ever comes to it, and you can get Ags, but also have to defend your towers, you're not just crushing, you have Tidehunter Ags. So it's nice late game insurance, though we definitely do see the TA very specifically being picked in part to just melt that guy after blinking.
Yeah, for sure. Was that a good TA game?
So TA was picked before Dragon Knight. TA was picked with Razor Band, TB, CK Band, Kunkka Viper, Huskar.
It is
some reasonable bands to make it more appealing. It should be able to melt Rubik for most of the game. Can potentially melt Snapfire, though not quite as much. Versus Ursa, you have a lot of damage. You are potentially dodging with Refraction. It could really go both ways. Because if it does not go well for TA, she gets kited very hard. You're slowed by Snapple, you're slowed by her Q, they have AoE to kill you if you're invis and they don't bring detection. If she's laning against DK, that could be pretty rough. We'll see how it goes. I could definitely see it being a stomp either way.
I With the heroes showing and like the way that I think I've seen Grinswift play TA before, I think it's pretty okay. I think it's like a solid TA game depending on what BDE pick. Like, and it also depends on like how far are BDE willing to like. Are they gonna like grief their draft picking like a TA counter, or are they gonna pick something that actually works and counters TA? Because like they could just like hard pivot for like a Veno, but okay, there we go. I like that hero.
So I wanted to give a little more clarity on my comments about TA between Dragon Knight. That was under the assumption that it's a TA DK middle, but I know that TA is not exclusively a mid anymore, if she even is mostly.
Oh.
We saw the Storm ban as last ban from Grin Swift,
Oh.
which made me think that they're putting it mid. Or maybe they were just afraid of not being able to catch
It's
it with the rest
a
of the heroes,
pause
which
one
makes sense.
TA and then Ember.
It looks that way.
Mid.
If it was, if once they saw the puck, I'm thinking that puck is middle and we can put TA mid, and that's a sick matchup for TA. And then you think about what other pause one you want. This could still be pause one Ember. That would also be fine, I think.
well,
it's
no,
like
it-
mid
it's-
players on them.
Players wise, it's gonna be a mid Ember.
Yeah,
Yes,
Dragon
I
is-
understand.
yeah,
I
yeah.
understand that that's what they're doing. I'm just saying hypothetically, I think it would be totally fine and perhaps even a little favorable to the matchups if they put TA mid anyway. Because they picked TA, and then BDE picks Puck, and you know Puck's mid, right? Is Q their mid player?
They swap.
Yeah,
roles.
Q is the mid player. They swaps with Juan Solo sometimes, but this puck is
Oh,
going
you're
mid. I'm pretty certain.
Okay, well, it being a left pick makes me think that it would have gone mid, and like that's a sick matchup for TA. So I recognize that it's not what they're doing, but it seems like it would have been pretty sick to just like make that pivot and say, okay, we'll throw TA mid because that's a sick matchup, and
I would-
you think about your pause one.
I think potentially it's okay because this TA when going mid is gonna be like the farming hero regardless is gonna be the person dominating the triangle. I've seen this TA Ember combo work before, and one of the main reasons I like it is the fact that this Ember when going mid is able to build in like this early game oriented like item build and like the way that this Ember is playing around the map. And safe laners you can do that, but it's not always like open as like an option to you. But now it creates this like again, Grinswift, they have these four heroes to play around while this TA hits the triangle again. Similar to like the Dusa strat they had last game, except TA just is better at doing that and hits a stronger timing with the Dragonlance Deso. So I think like meta and gameplay wise, like putting this TA safe lane is the strong strategy for Swift here.
What I will say is that in previous meta games where TA was the mid, if you had a TA Ember on the same team, I would not be a fan of that. I think this duo works better nowadays that TA can be pause one.
Yeah.
Ember has a much easier time going into mid game oriented builds, rotating, making space.
30 seconds and
So that might be enough to make it more optimal just to do this. Ultimately, it's about like whatever you choose to do, just executing that to the best of your ability. And I can definitely see this being a more palatable, reasonable, plausible plan towards success than what I proposed. We'll see how things go.
who will emerge victorious?
Right, 7.
Ooh, DK
hitting?
level 1 stun. What are our thoughts?
I like that. It's quite nice. I don't know if you skill it right away, honestly. I think you give it a little time and then skill it when you need to, depending on what happens. But I think it's really, really nice for securing that first wave. Especially depending on what stat items you have, it's not necessary to go the Dragon's Blood. I would have liked to see an early
to be
Ring
clear,
of Protection, but yeah.
I'm not suggesting the W between W and Dragon's Blood. For me, it's W or Q.
Not
The
right.
argument I
Oh,
can
okay.
see for not going Q is you're going to a side lane and maybe you don't want to push it too hard. But at level 1, like getting that level 2 first is super important. So I think Q is like just strictly better in that way. Stunning people is not that relevant, especially when your duo is a Rubik. You're not killing anybody.
Yeah.
Well, I don't
That's
not
what
in
I
for
was thinking.
kills on the first wave. It's never meant for kills on the first
Yeah,
wave.
exactly. It's not going to kill anybody, but what does it do like that much better than Q? Q like gives you the range, gets you pushing the lane faster, which matters for the early game, lets you hit the range creep farther, lower the attack damage of your opponent, which is the most relevant in these developing parts of laning stage. But it's kind of
Ember.
spicy.
Very low. One more click. Dragon's gonna go down. Q as well. Interesting trade right here.
Wow. How did that happen?
Ember will actually get 2 range creeps still, so despite losing first blood, not the worst in the world.
Oh, this is super good for Ember, actually.
Yeah.
He lost that on the XP of Puck dying, but I think this is better. Gets to deny range creep as well. Right, we're about to see the camp spawns. GRIN has blocked Dire large camp. GDE has not.
There. Oh, he pulled it.
Manually blocking the large camp.
Oh, nice, and
good to
stacks it as well. Cool play for
Good to see.
him. Pop, they're gonna lose the Tide Hunter. Versus Snapfire, baby.
I didn't see exactly when they hit level 2, but I'm assuming that death happened out of not respecting the level 2 on Ursa and Snapfire. That's a lot of CC. that
Yeah, they
took
had
out.
level 2 for a little bit before making that play. Lane kind of in the favor of the Tide though. He is, oh, as I say that, loses a range creep, but
I want to see Lion not dirtle so much top. I wish he had started
mid
walking.
dragon
To his... Oh,
caught by the orb again. Q's outplaying this Ember quite well.
That was Dragon outplaying himself. He was just really greedy with the right clicks there.
I saw that he used the Flame Guard kind of early.
Yeah. He just played that wave super greedy, trying to bully out the puck, grabbing enemy bounty rune, winning the regen game.
what I was
Top
saying.
crazy.
They've got the jump forward again. 5 Fury Swipe on 187.
So I talked a little bit about like how Tide has a little bit of an insurance policy in theory about this top lane, where if it goes poorly, he still can like take stacks that his supports make for him and stuff. With that said, I need this Lion. I would like to see this Lion start picking up the bill a little bit. And like right now, go to your triangle, go stack something. You're not going to achieve anything right now. You're not going to achieve anything in this lane.
Dragon mid.
Mid is just a bloodbath.
What in the world? I think I need to keep my eye on mid a little more.
The tip coming out, that is a, what rank is Dragon? Crusader? Yeah,
What do we think-
Crusader 4, Hell Kill and an Ancient 4. Feels weird,
What do we
man.
think about Puck going boots?
Ew.
Phase
Null
boots.
bottle. So, well, I'm not. Yeah, so I didn't notice that. That's also pretty
Interesting.
weird. But has boots. That boot is on their courier, which is middle. Have they forgotten?
Just watching the water rune,
Have they
yeah.
forgotten that their courier is here?
Potentially.
I'll be on courier watch.
Are they going for some next level play where they think Ember's gonna go for something with the move speed disparity, and then they'll courier
chains
bring the
miss.
boots, and then it'll somehow become good?
Wait, Dragon's gonna get another kill here.
Oh, you're fucking dead. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
he's got the slave.
Can I
Oh,
curse on your
no.
stream, Lucky?
Oh, now the boots are coming.
Not like a crazy amount, but yeah.
Okay.
That's tough.
I don't know what boots do in this matchup.
Boots is not it. I think you go for like a Witchblade, because you know what Witchblade has? A chainmail in the build-up. So if you want armor,
You go you definitely go Witchblade. I think first you go casual stick.
187 being chased
Perhaps
under his
second
tower.
roll.
Nice stun onto Bobby. Holy smokes. Ursa gonna take quite a bit of damage from this tower. Shouldn't die. Gets a salve.
Oh, Puck running back to lane. Hey! Look what he's got. Witchblade.
The boots. Getting him to lane faster. Sorry's wrong all along.
I was wrong all along.
The 5-head play. Dude, I'm about to feed twice. Let me buy some boots.
Alright. I've been watching Ember. There we go. Boots burn backpack for like 15 seconds. Was working on some CS, so I can understand that. A little bit.
Wow, TA is destroying DK in the lane. 20
Yeah.
CS above him in 5 minutes.
Noah's doing really nice.
And I think that is happening in huge part because DK is not skilling correctly. Straight up. I'll just say it.
Oh my
2
god,
points in
yeah.
stun is not it. Yeah.
That is
Ugh.
super incorrect. The other thing that's incorrect is Rubik
Mid.
should not be here anymore.
Oh, coil's used. There's a DD as well on Q. The Spirit's been dropped down.
6v6.
Dragon's gonna have to pop that to dodge something, but he doesn't. The DD making the difference there.
That's a misplay by Q, not tipping him right away.
Yeah, I mean, huge misplay, huge misplay.
You have to. You literally have to.
I really regret missing the bulk of these mid skirmishes because I'm sure there'd be stuff to talk about if I could actually see it. Now, what I was trying to say, geez Louise, guys, just stop trading kills for like 5 seconds. I don't know what Rubik's doing bottom. I don't know what he possibly can do bottom. I don't know that he's achieved a single thing for like the past 3.5 minutes. Go stack, go rotate. Puck is dead.
Oh, the Remnant 4. Dragon has a slight in 1 second. Q's. Oh, he dodges it!
Oh, he's in!
But the second
Oh, he's
Remnant Dragon. Oh my god, 4-3-0 here. Puck 3-4-0. Oh my
7
god.
kills in the mid lane. 7 of
Just
the 8
needed
kills.
a slight amount of patience on that sleight of fist. You were already, if you don't use the slight and Puck doesn't go back, you just can kill
Cookie
by
forward.
right clicking.
Bobby,
It'll-
Ava. Nice stun. And jumps the wrong way.
What is happening, dude?
Up. 187 has to be really careful. That's a level 3 Fury swipes, yeah.
I respect it. Respect it. Just gonna walk up into your turf. I'm
Oh,
gonna steal
stun
your
onto
mana.
the TA. They're
Are
going
they
on
gonna
TA.
get the kill? Oh, Puck's here. Yeah, they killed TA for sure.
Silence. Okay. How long did Tia have refraction for? I just clicked on her right after she died. Refraction was off cooldown. Do we know if that happened?
It
or
literally
after?
went down. She popped it and then they went on her and then killed
Yeah.
her.
Okay.
Oh, it probably just
Finn
came off.
also gonna die here under the tower. Q has a waning rift available in 1. Gets a double kill. So finally kills happening not in mid.
The good rotation is C.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely
And-
exploiting TA being a weak hero to rotations for sure.
Not the
Yep.
3 points in stun. No.
It's ugly. It's super ugly. If you're gonna go Soul Ring, you go Soul Ring to max Q and cut creeps and kill towers.
Yeah.
It's very strange.
A
think you
stun
can-
towers.
Takes damage.
You can get away with the 3-1-1, or if you're feeling pressure, just go 2-1-2, and then you're just chilling. Like, it's fine. Cookie forward. They might be able to get a kill onto 187 here. The Hex is not going to last long enough to keep him alive. Tidehunter going to fall in the top lane.
Alright, Rubik Lion, I want to see some stacks. You have nothing else to achieve right now.
Could you imagine if this was Coddle, dude? The double anchor smash action going on?
Oh.
Come on.
It would
Be
be
kind of hype.
a much stronger lane, I think. Mid
Yeah.
again? Oh, no. Okay. It's just a force of habit now.
Mid lane watchers? Any mid lane watchers in the chat, please?
TA still, despite the death, absolutely owning. I mean, this is it. Literally the better do so right here.
Yeah.
Going for Dragonlance Deso. Has the Dragonlance done pre 10 minutes if anyone wants to purchase it, have it out on the courier. No stacks though, as Sari has pointed out. There are no
Feels bad,
stacks
man.
for this TA, which is a little tragic, not gonna lie.
Speaking
Very,
of
very
stacks
strange.
versus trying
Not
to
have-
take one.
Not have any stacks for a team with Tide and TA. It's very, very strange. Here's something I'd like to say. If you're Dire, if you're a support on Dire, Urza's dead?
Oh, up top, Ursa pops the ult. Bobby is gonna be able to live through it. now?
Really, before I say what I was about to, it looks like they're about to set him on Ember.
Oh god, Ember, they're gonna get the coil mid, Nene
Got a
gets a
mango,
stun
got a
as
mango.
well. He has a DD rune though, he's gonna be able to get the something off in time. The silence, can he get away? He won't. Nice timing of spells there.
Really patient by Snapfire, just loitering behind that tree at the top rune for like 25 plus seconds.
Bottom, Jakiro, Finn thrown back. They have the dragon form. The corrosive breath should be enough with that last attack flying through.
Lots of deaths everywhere.
A second of downtime.
The Rubik has missed the opportunity on this somewhat at this point, given that it's now second daytime, nighttime has ended. When I last clicked on Rubik, when they were like 400 gold ago, and it's actually still true right now. Okay, I'm tilted. He has 2 off wards in shop to buy. There's also a tome, but that's not important. Your objective is to get vision on Radiant's map, figure out where TA is farming, and then with your puck, and Co and buddies and friends, you can go gank the TA whenever the opportunity presents itself. Having that info is really going to open this game wide open for you.
There is little
I would really
for
love to see the
Dire's
supports,
middle
because
tower.
Vision like sets up so many things. And there's not a whole lot that this Rubik is doing otherwise. That's the most important thing this Rubik can be doing by a country mile. Tide is getting hit. It's okay.
Vision wins games. You heard it here first.
I think both teams need to play it like how they did last
Puck's
game.
going
so-
bottom. Witchblade completed. Thankfully did not go for that phase boots.
I think she revealed... Puck revealed to the creeps already.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
That's a pretty sloppy rotation.
Very sloppy.
Ember's kind of pushing out mid now. How's the corrosion? Tower is less than 50%. And they really just have Jakiro down here, so... Finn has macro as well, so this tower probably won't go down if Finn gets spells off. I think. Maybe. Has to macro now. Okay, there we go, yeah.
Good macro.
Very, very nice macro.
Now they're diving. If they dive too hard, I want to see Ember rotate bottom.
Oh, Ice Path. If this comes out, they might actually get a little bit of damage onto this puck here. They're gonna get the Hex just started out. They have the stun. They have the finger as well. Can they get the kill? They can. Hugh feeding under the tower. Stolen figure though from Hexy. Gonna get the trade onto Aethelwolf. 187 in the top lane. Also gonna go down. Warner's Kiss is raining down from afar. They're gonna get the Jakiro with the stun. So 3 heroes dying across the map for Swift, and it looks like now they will get this tower.
All right. Quick pop quiz. If I am on Dire and I am sieging bottom, if I'm DK Snap.
Oh no.
or
New one's
Rubik,
keeping bottom. Oh, maybe this is actually fine. I was a little scared at first. New one's trying to go and get a kill. Gonna get the side blade hits maybe in time. Dragging out TPing in. Gonna get the slight kill. Swan solo left solo under the tower. He's gonna go down as well. The melt strike. It's there. Oh, I don't know how that worked out for them, but it did. Oh, Puck also here looking for Aethelwolf.
Yeah, that's a clean kill. I'm a little upset that Ember got anything. I'm gonna be real with you guys. He tunnel visioned super hard on that Ursa top. Killed the Tide Hunter. TA was running at him. That's never happening. Had a TP the whole time when Puck was diving, when everyone else was diving. Never showed up when he was supposed to. Then the TA leaves the farming, which everyone is giving her space to do, to come bottom. And then Ember comes after everyone else is dead. And then he gets some kills, which he did not deserve. Ember, you were supposed to be there like
Oh,
30
God.
seconds ago. TA wasn't supposed to show up. But this world is a cruel and unjust place, so enjoy your gold per minute that you achieved bottom.
Some words for Ember here. I mean, he's got the
Some
Maelstrom
words for
down.
Ember. Also words for TA. Just keep farming. Just chill out.
Yeah, I think Ember could have probably accomplished that on his own, especially when the supports are alive. But
I completely agree.
Words for
Anytime-
TA, run.
Sorry.
oh yeah,
TA does
Don't do
not
it.
have the vision
Nua.
to be doing
no,
No.
Nua. Oh, this is tragic. Wasn't able to meld dodge it either. Not that it would have mattered. They have the dust. Yeah.
this.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
Ursa
a pretty
top.
sloppy way to die.
Has no ult anymore. Dragon's going in further. He gets the slide. They're gonna get the stun as well. Clean kill. Now Puck. Finn. Invis right now gonna turn on to Aethelwolf. Gets the kill. Not gonna go to the... Oh, she goes to the orb. I lied. I have lied to you. Ice Path. Actually, on the mark, it is gonna hit. And now, Finn has to be a little careful. It's quite a bit of damage, but actually, 187 walking over. They got the Ravage out in time. The coil's gonna get broken on the side of Finn. Oh,
tough.
they have nothing else.
Trap! No.
No,
I
the
gave up.
damage. And now, oh, this is nice from Snapfire. Putting this ward up here while everything's happening. Chances are that GRIN Swift won't notice this is happening, and this is what you wanted. The wards in the triangle. Of course, TA does go bottom now, so...
It's funny. I gave them the keys to the kingdom, and then they killed TA.
Oh,
in a
blink
place
reveal
where-
on DK. They're gonna get the cookie as well. This Tide Hunter most definitely dead. No Ravage to keep him alive.
Ooh.
Bobby gets a kill.
I would have liked to see them go on him when he did have Ravage there, just to do a little bit of discipline testing, you know.
Yeah, see if he
But
pops
I'd like to see him die there without pressing R, because you don't want to waste that. Which unfortunately happens, but... Yeah, this is definitely a great turn of events for Dire.
Tower
Really nice
Yeah.
to see him take a kill and immediately capitalize on it, taking over Radiant's triangle with good vision, smoking up, looking up for more picks. They're gonna catch a 3 lion here, it looks like.
Or maybe Finn. Opposite dual breath. Or maybe the lion indeed. Are they
I'm not
gonna
sure why they're
go?
playing so
They're
scared. with the
looking
smoke.
for. I think they needed their DK stun to go in, and he's still like beelining for this line. He's not gonna see him in time.
Well, that was ugly.
It's a little precarious to try and initiate as DK without using Dragon for him. You have to blink right next to him, and doing it with no vision
Dyer's bottom
is a little strange. That was a
Yeah.
very weird smoke. They basically smoked and then just like tree ants ulted themselves for like 10 seconds and just stayed low ground. I'm very confused by that.
Okay, Ursa's rushing, which is nice because this is gonna steal away one of the strongest timings out of this Dragonlance Deso on TA. So
Critiques aside, I am glad to see them posture to defend that Roche.
yeah, they had some good vision. They dewarded what was left of Grinswift's vision up here as well. Oh, they're going for the Tidehunter here. They're gonna get the stun off. The Ravage is available in 7 seconds. Looks like Noah's gonna get hit by these Mortimer's Kisses. They're raining down. The coil's gonna snap as well, but they're actually gonna turn their attention away. And now they're gonna get the finger onto the puck here. They're able to get 1 kill away. The Ravage gonna come out now. Dragon Knight in quite a bit of trouble. The Meld Strike dealing a whole lot of damage. Noah though is gonna lose his life away. The Cookie going forward on into 187. Ursa with the ult, it's gonna pop it pushes back
Ravage
away.
stolen.
It doesn't want to
Ravage
use. Oh my
stolen.
god, Ravage is stolen on Texi right here. Can he get a nice turn away? He will. It'll hit onto 4 heroes, and now Bobby gonna turn onto Ember with the Diffusal Blade. Dragon's gonna go down the Ice Path off the mark. Then S gonna pop the dual breath. This is only the first ult of Ursa if he does go down, and he will. But a very, very favorable fight for BDE right here, and maybe they transition this into a little bit of tower damage.
That was a very that was a roller coaster of a fight.
It was.
I'm disappointed to see TA die twice in the same way. Now, the second time, I'm disappointed in her support simultaneously, based on the fact that that still lived from both deaths. Like,
Yeah.
they still had the vision from last time and this one. Puck coiled them both on that initiation because Puck saw them both. At the same time, Snapfire seemed to have punted a little bit with that ult. Was focusing Tia to get rid of the refraction charges with Mortimer Kisses, and then just like gave up right at the
Yeah.
end of it, right on the cusp of the kill.
Got a little sidetracked by Puck going in.
Well, Puck went in far before, but then just started shooting the Ember instead, even though he was like full health. So
Yeah.
I'm not really sure what happened there. Maybe it was a miscalculation, like I already have like 2 globs in the air and that'll finish her off, and like just trying to be efficient with damage, but miscalculating.
They're looking for Tidehunter. Texi gonna blink right on top of him here. 187 about to space created, but on the other side they're losing the Jakiro as well. Finesse is gonna get caught out, gonna drop that macro fire. They have actually a little bit of damage onto this Ursa right here. The Hex, can they get the follow-up stun and damage? They do. They kill the Ursa in time, and now they've popped the coil. They're gonna get rid of Aethelwolf, and the silence on Dragon as well. He needs to get that remnant out in time. He does. He dodges away. He has the wand as well, and they finally get the tide with the 2 supports, but oh, Dragon just barely escaping with his life. Oh, actually, Nua's in. Holy smokes, did not see that. Oh, the Deso hit. It's gonna actually go the other way, but dodges out the side blades as well. Nua now the Mortimer's Kisses again. This time gonna secure the kill.
That
This
was
game
wild.
is weird, man.
sidetracked.
This game is weird.
Q almost
So
died
what
like
happened?
3 times to side blades there.
What happened top is Tidehunter was pushing all the way up to the tower and aggroed the Snapfire and the Rubik. Baits out the lift, starts the TP, and then Snapfire has shards, so Snapfire presses Q and his TP is cancelled, and he starts running away. But it's a lot of magic damage between those 2 supports, and everything still took long enough that those 2 supports could just run to the fight bottom and keep it going.
Blink Dagger.
Very strange
on
what's
Bobby.
happening. What I will say is I am a big fan of Dyer's proclivity for buying Blink Daggers and mobility,
Four.
and even the shard on Snapfire. I'm a big
Yeah.
fan of it, just catching these heroes.
Yep.
They might be able to kill this Ursa if they get a nice like Blink Hex or maybe a Blink
Oof.
Grab. Nope. There's a DD room top. Let's see. Dyer does have vision of it. BDE is aware that it's available. Looks like Ursa wants it right now.
I'm
Stolen
not a fan of
side
that spell
traps.
steal. That spell steal immediately reveals you have some kind of vision.
Oh, I thought you meant the spell stolen, but no, yeah. I mean, it's about to expire anyway, so it's acceptable.
I guess that's true. If it's about to expire, that's actually a pretty good
Puck
play.
gonna blink in. Dragon might just go on. Oh my god. Q's under tower right here.
Oh.
Fingered, taken out. That was such an aggressive blink. Ugh.
So, pro tip, Buck, you want to actually not get got. This has been
Got him.
this has been pro tips by Zuri.
Pin's gonna take out 2 sentry wards for 1, but sentry wards provide no value, so.
So really quick, if you guys are in this game and you're Radiant, how do you plan to get out of this situation where you're down on net worth and everyone on Dire is scary? How are you supposed to try and fix this?
You gotta literally just smoke and go for a kill with this Blink Hex. You can kill anyone in the stun duration, besides maybe Dragon Knight, I think.
I think I would agree with you. However, Puck has already done the hard part for them, and Finger is on cooldown. Finger on cooldown, kills are still possible, but it's definitely harder.
Okay,
I don't
not
think
with
this-
just 2 supports and whatever the
doesn't
hell is
pan out.
happening over here, but
Doesn't pan.
they might just. I think they should go for this. Someone just hits its tower like 2 times, please.
You can fight these people bottom. Puck died, saw
Yeah.
Ursa elsewhere, he can't be here. I would definitely fight
TA
these
should
people
get a
bottom.
shard.
I also like Ember's positioning, except that he's not cutting anymore and he just showed the creeps. If he's gonna run from here, it's very weird. But I
Okay,
like
they
him
got.
cutting the way
They're
that he
stealing
was.
all the mana from this DK. Juan Solo has no mana for spells, and now Puck going in. He's not gonna commit fully though. Nene gonna pop back to Dragon, finally coming back around. I don't know how they did not see that with this Obs Ward available, but now they're on the run with BDE. Looks like Nene's gonna get caught. Jumps over the Earth Spike, but the Hex is still available, and now the Suck's slowing him down. Dragon, Sleight of Fist. Yeah, this is the kill. Finally, in time, maybe? Okay, there it is.
Seems like Lion keeps getting punished for trying to initiate with Earth Spike rather than Hex.
Middle tower is
Yeah,
under attack.
the instant stun, definitely the better one to use.
Well critique there.
I think this TA shard is super undervalued. Maybe not undervalued by most people, but I think it's being undervalued.
It looks
Undervalued
like a
Finger.
solid shard game. That's
It's
for sure.
very good. I think
It's
it's
like a
very
solid
good.
shard game. Puck, no defensive items, building Lincolns. That's not gonna help any.
Yeah.
It's against the line, which I think is the Puck's what afraid of, but like
Yeah,
you could just
but
go like
imagine-
A on
So
disc.
when
I
I
don't
say
know.
not gonna help any, I'm saying in reference to the TA shard.
Oh,
It's reasonable against the Lion.
Yeah.
Even
So, I think I might still prefer
So
like a
Radiant is pushing out here with the BKB coming on the courier for Nua. And looks like they're just gonna bait Nua on this wave as the BKB comes to him.
I
But
think they're
doubt-
gathering
oh,
for
they're just-
maybe a
Yeah,
smoke.
they're not baiting. They're just trying
Never
to
mind.
get stuff.
When Lion blinked melee range of the tower, I knew that's not.
There's a ward up here. Dragon's gonna go and look for something, but 2 blinks.
Rhino Ember.
Oh, there's the coil. I don't think they kill this Ember in the duration. The Ravage is actually gonna. Oh my god, it hits onto 2 heroes. They blinked in. They got caught by the Ravage, and now 187. They have the initiation. The Dragon's gone, but the stolen Ravage from Texi. It's able to get the turn kill on the line and potentially more. Finney's looking for Nua, but Nua's gonna mill. There's no detection available. There's a DD on the Ursa, but he's getting shredded by the TA. He's gone. Nua with the double. They've traded out their supports for a much more favorable fight, and now Dragon turning in on Texi and Nene. The Cookie 4 gonna get this Rubik out, but he's gonna drop 3 remnants, but not able to use them. Oh,
Buy
he
back?
he can't even buy and use them. Tragic, and now Q. Maybe, yeah, he's home free. Puck is very, very slippery.
Nice ravages by both Tidehunters.
That was so fortunate that the DK and Ursa blinked in right when the Ravage wave was going by. Or unfortunate, rather, for them.
So I clowned on the Ember initiation a little bit. In hindsight, it's not horrible given that your Tidehunter has a blink. I think I'm still not a huge fan of it.
Oh,
I don't
Noah
know
needs
what
to
their
be
comms
gone.
sound
Noah's just dead. Yeah, that was very much overstaying. You're welcome.
This is a classic misplay that occurs where you win a fight and then you turn your brain off and you hit the nearest enemy structure and it's the tier 2 and you hit 20% of its health and then you feed.
And you forget about hero respawning.
I know that that play pattern all too well. That's rough. That's rough.
Oh, macro.
It's about to die.
Ooh, Ice Path stolen. Okay.
That's
They are gonna
solid
kill
steal,
Finn. Yeah, it is a very good steal regardless. Q, free kill for sure.
though. Press Yules at least. Maybe still die, but it takes longer.
Yeah. Arcane
Little
Room picked
thing.
up for
Not
the
the
puck.
biggest deal. Not the biggest deal.
Roche is up in, let's see, a minute. The thing I don't like is the fact that Rubik has a trap in the pit, but TA doesn't. Especially when you're playing against an Ursa. I mean, a trap in the pit's a must, but like on top of the fact that they have like an excellent Roche taker.
So we have some vision on the map for both teams. How much needs to be placed? We have 1 obs on the side of GRIN, nothing in shop. Dire has 3 obs in shop. 1 obs held. Get your vision down, Dire. Come on.
Currently, 4 manning around the pit. Ursa going for the BKB next. Not bad, not bad. That's gonna
Rubik
be a
playing around the
pretty...
TA, not having traps though. Nice outplay by TA, making the Rubik waste 50 gold. Love to see it.
TA now does have Blink and an Enchanted Quiver, so that initial strike is gonna be pretty darn cool. Oh, the coil comes in, they're gonna get rid of 1, but the coil breaks onto Dragon. Surprisingly, actually does not have a BKB, went for the Ags, so has no way of escaping this coil. And Roche
Solid. Oh, just spawned.
literally just
It's a
spawned.
solid. Sorry, it's a solid axe game for sure. I am very. What's the word I'm looking for? Confused that there's no Yule Scepter. This is an
Yeah.
absolute must of a Yule Scepter. Dodge the DK stun. Purge silence. There's so many important things for this Yule Scepter to do.
It's a pretty cool Yule's game, especially
Very
since
green, not
Ursa exists.
Any thoughts, Bri? About anything? Anything in general?
Oh, Finn caught out, stunned, pushed away. The support duo coming in, looking for a kill. Looks like one of the carries will. Nope. Snapfire nets the kill.
This is why. Let's see. Yep, love to see it. This is why 5 Blink Daggers is such a legit team item build. Because any one person goes to Vi, and you know 4 people can follow you. It's so good. It's actually super good, and I'm loving the Snapfire shard this game. So good against elusive heroes like December Spirit.
Hey, the wolf.
You saw that she was able to blink after the coil, just stun Ember after coil. Super value. It's good to see TA split pushing, getting a tower. This is good.
Yeah. Gonna get
Nice
a
coil
coil
dodge.
Ursa going in, just gonna turn onto the lion. Some spells had to be used way before. They might get 1 life? Maybe not. Macro Ice Path gonna hit onto Han Solo right here. Does not have a BKB of his own. Bobby, though, gonna tank a massive Meld Strike. Still has his ult going on, and
Stolen.
they get rid of Han Solo again. Ravage stolen. There's a Blink available on the Rubik in 1. That's a level 2 Ravage gonna hit off onto 4 heroes right here. That's a massive Ravage, but Dragon now gonna pop his Remnant Runaway Nua BKB'd as well. They're turning onto Bobby. They're able to get the kill. Oh my god, and I literally have no idea where Nua went, but they are dealing so much damage out
nice
here. They're
play.
able to get a kill on Dragon. The Lincoln's popped on Q as well, 187, but they just blink away to jump into the Ice Path. Not sure if that's the best play. The hits from Nua are enough to tank the kill, but Texi. Oh my god. Do they have any follow-up? They don't. They need to get the Ice Path on the mark, but he is silenced, and now the Stolen Gush as well. Q's just gonna turn with the Witchblade. Dodges out the Melt Strike as well. Orbs away.
This Rubik's balling out.
Yeah.
You see the finger steal into soloing the Ember that was running away? That was pretty sick. That was a good fight from the Rubik.
So
Ravage and Finger stolen. This is like the 4th Ravage stolen.
it's always understandable to feed 1 Ravage to Rubik. And then it happens and you go, oh yeah, there's a Rubik in this game. I have to press E after I press R. But it happened again. How does it happen again? You can't let it keep happening, bro. You stunned like everybody. You just gotta press E. Just gotta press E. It was like, you're doing a great job initiating with these Ravages. You just gotta press E and then you're golden.
Well,
If they
Rubik's
don't, if
stealing it before Rubik gets stunned.
he's not yeah, I understand, but he's not immediately casting Anchor Smash either. He's like giving it a full like 3/4 of a second.
Bounty.
Yeah.
If Rubik doesn't steal that Ravage, I think it's pretty good for Grin there. And like even as things played out, it wasn't optimal, but they still have a Rax, you know. It could be worse.
They're setting up on Ember top lane.
Oh no.
Invincible
DK with
Dragon
the
Knight, that's rough.
stun. Dragon's gonna be running out of mana. Can they lock him down fully? But oh, he knew. He knew. That's such a heads-up play from Han Solo there, making it happen.
Well played. I am curious why Ursa didn't just press R for that that punching bag encounter. Because
What do you
if
mean?
they don't catch him, so like he was hitting on Ember, but he didn't press R, so he was doing less damage.
Well,
If he presses
no.
R, they don't have. What do you mean?
The thing doesn't give damage anymore.
It doesn't give damage anymore. What?
It's been a while since Fury Swipes doesn't
Yeah.
get buffed by
I know.
that.
know
Anyway, the
about
stun
this.
from
What the
Han
heck?
Solo is gonna go onto the Jakiro here. Finn S gonna be going down. Yule's buying a little bit of time, but E-Blade from the...
Yo, when
played
did
from
this
the front?
happen? I look like an idiot.
I don't
Long
know, it's
time.
been a while though, I remember. They changed it. I think I'm gonna take a guess at 3.5 years is what I'm gonna hazard a guess
There's
at.
no
Yeah,
way.
it's been a
There's
long
no
time.
way. It has not been
3.5
that
is gonna
long.
be my guess if anybody wants to check.
Look
They're
at
going
Rax.
for tier
I gotta open
4s.
Dota 2 wiki.
Shoving.
I gotta figure this out.
If they get rid of these creeps, there are no other creeps, but they do have to do that. There's a BKB available, and now Ravage stolen
stolen.
again! Oh my god, Texi gonna get it off, and now Ember just remnants into a Ravage. He's gonna lose his life. No one's gonna pop his BKB, but what can he do? He has no teammates available. On the side, Aethelwolf caught inside this fire pit. He's gonna fall. The last remaining member is gonna get the kill onto Bobby, but now buyback from the TA plus the Jakiro respawning. Let's see, what does Rubik have now? Has Meld. Huge spell.
I can give credit to Rick for that one. That was a great steal.
That was a really good steal.
That was a great steal.
I did see the Anchor Smash go out, but oh, the push away as well. They've got all the damage they need. New one's gonna go down, and BDE, they're taking it to a game 3. GG is called.
Wow. That's wild. Rubik played out of his mind.
I definitely agree that BDE played this game much better. I like their item builds. I like their team coordination. It's also just easier to coordinate when you have 5 blink daggers. It's like really simple, but it just makes the game really straightforward. Anyone's out of
it does.
position,
Absolutely
everybody
does.
can capitalize. It's really, really handy.
Yep. Absolutely. That was
Alright, I gotta go check Dota 2 wiki to see how long I've been wrong for.
Yeah, I'm looking at it as well right now. It's 6.84, I think.
There's no way, dude. There's no way.
No, Fury Swipe's multiplier is still there, so when did it get swapped? Okay, maybe it's a little sooner than I thought. Enrage... Where is it? Okay, so 7.25. When is that? What year is that? 2020, so it's only 2 years ago, okay. Yeah, it's actually a little over than 2 years is when it
So
got
like
changed.
I'm like 33% less stupid. Okay, that's good. That's good to know.
Oh, Juan Solo in chat saying ban Texi Rubik. Yeah, I honestly think it's needed. This dude knows what he's doing.
It was a solid steal at the end there. Ty did exactly as I prescribed him, and he still got hosed. That's not a Tide problem. That's a Rubik outplay for sure. That was real nice.
Yeah, it was some solid plays from BDE to keep this series alive. We're gonna go to a super short break, but we'll be back very, very soon for game number 3. Alright, welcome back everyone to the draft of Game 3 of GRIN Swift versus Brain Dead Echelon. We're again back joined by Braga and Sorry to bring you all this game. Hopefully my game is not glitched again, but I doubt it. I think it's going to be continuously glitched through this series. Yeah, thanks guys.
I was waiting for you to throw it to us, but it
no,
never came.
Feel free to talk about. Is the lobby glitched? Oh no, they paused. Oh, okay, that's why. I noticed the time wasn't going down, but
I didn't mean to leave you in the dirt, but I thought you were gonna like
let's
toss it over.
break down a little bit of Game 2, lads, before we get into the draft.
Well, let's see. It's definitely we saw how tough of a situation it was for GRIN to deal with being on the back foot. You have the opportunity, like Brian mentioned, to like smoke with Finger and try and pick someone off. If Finger is on cooldown, it becomes much more difficult. You really don't have a ton of burst damage. This was mostly before Tia had Blink, and you don't really want to involve her in those plays anyway. I think their best bet was just to defend high ground with 1 or 2 people split pushing, similarly to how they ended up winning the first game. That said, the catch on BDE was much better in Game 2, so it was harder to definitely make that happen without casualties. It was definitely a harder game for GRIN to win.
Yeah, it almost felt like BDE was playing with the Disruptor, like the amount of just picks they were getting fight after fight. And I mean, you pointed out the 5-man blink, but it makes it so you're literally always getting like +1s to whatever engagement you're taking.
I'm hoping to see a Rubik respect ban. I had a lot of critiques of his early game plays or lack thereof, but he pulled his weight where it mattered for sure. Instead, we get a Necro ban, and Snapfire comes out again in the starter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, they're running back the bans for all the games, and again, Snapfire officially the most contested hero in terms of picks now.
What do you think about these first phase bans being so rigid?
I was gonna give Brian an opportunity to respond, but I think it's like okay. I don't know. I don't think BDE are gonna like first phase a Rubik, so you could maybe like assign that to a second phase ban. I think that's okay. I think the Sand King Pango from BDE is like completely acceptable. I think allowing the Sand King hero to be in the game is pretty unfortunate. I do like the fact that they GRIN Swift picked Undying. DP and Necro as well. I mean, DP is just literally just broken. Just literally bugged and has not been touched by Ice Frog or whoever is deving this game right now. So I'm okay with that. The Necro as well, I think it makes sense. Also, like a really unreasonably strong hero. Okay, GRIN Swift wants to play potentially their last game on whatever they want to pick. They did this against Unrivaled as well in the upper bracket.
And now they're in the lower bracket, so I think I know how that went.
They didn't pick up the Techies versus Pot of Sloth, but Pot of Sloth also did play Pause 5 TB both games, so...
Terrorblade?
Yeah, Terrorblade. Pause 5 Terrorblade. You did hear me correctly.
Okay, well I wonder who won that game.
It was not the TB.
Yeah, that's surprising. So we'll back up a little bit. I like the Undying pick. I like what you mentioned about not first banning Rubik, because if they pick Rubik first phase, it's something you can easily counter, and it's not something people should be first picking most of the time. If they do end up getting a Rubik Undying, it's pretty nice versus that. It's unlikely that you get caught with your pants down and give them Tomb. It's also not someone's Rubik can trade within lane and all that stuff. I respect that if you're gonna face elimination, that you face elimination with style and you pick what you're down to play. So I understand picking techies for that reason. I am not a fan of picking at second phase after you've already revealed your other support. I think that is very questionable. I am very worried that if GRIN has any trouble like taking control of the game early, that when they have the need to either delay the game via split push or come back with smoke ganks and kills, that these first two picks do not enable that whatsoever, and it will rely on a core who is doing well to help that happen. And that's kind of an awkward place to be sometimes. So I'm definitely not a huge fan of this opening from GRIN.
Yeah, I don't believe they flexed this techies to mid, so if it's not a mid techies, it requires a +1 to make shit happen, and like you said, Undying not that +1, so it's gonna be, what do they pick for like their pause 3? As I take the time to quickly stalk the pause 3's Dota buff to see what they might get here.
GRIN in their
Night
second
Stalker?
phase of bans has gotten rid of Juggernaut and Lifestealer. Lifestealer makes sense on its own.
I think they're
Infest
picking
Bomb
Night Stalker.
with
That's
Ball
why.
Lightning is very scary.
Holy shit, okay.
That is... I'd like it.
Phantom Assassin.
I know PA counters AM. I still just don't like the hero. Now here, I think it's fine because they've already shown you Undying Techies. Which is part of why it's just so awkward to show these first two supports. It really hampers the flexibility you have in the remainder of the draft, and you have to solve these important problems with your cores, and solving those problems with your cores means they need to come online sooner.
Yeah, you either need like a really insane duo, or like the safest option is just like your 5 and 3 usually.
So, if this is like a Hell's Kitchen scenario, and I am Gordon Ramsay, I'm gonna lean into sounding as pompous as possible. And I'm drafting GRIN, and I have to fix what I foresee as the problems they have going on. I'm thinking we need some good catch, and some people that can become threats in the early to mid game. 1, to make space for this AM, and 2, to shut down Storm and PA before they become problems. So for offlane, that's somebody like Mars, potentially Axe. It could also even be Legion Commander. For the mid, that could be Puck. It could be a very strong Puck game so far. I'm not super familiar with the mid matchup, but I'm pretty sure it's fine. Puck is great versus PA in the early game. That's a super threatening rotation.
I would love the Puck. I agree with everything you've said so far. Oh, they steal it. I knew it was coming out.
Night Stalker is a good pick. I don't know how much I would have liked Night Stalker on GRIN's lineup. The reason that Night Stalker is scary to me for GRIN's lineup is you're basically just conceding the first 5 minutes of the laning phase. And against a PA, she's going to be fine. It's not the end of the world, but once nighttime comes...
If you have brain cells as a Night Stalker player, you shouldn't concede the first 5 minutes, but...
So when I say concede the first 5 minutes, I don't mean like you get wrecked. I just mean you're not going to win the lane. You're not going to kill anybody. You just get a few CS, and you're not really threatening the PA during one of her most vulnerable periods in the game.
Yeah.
So when nighttime happens, she's not as poor as she could be, and you're not as strong as you could be as someone else, like a Mars or a Legion, like we mentioned. Now, Night Stalker for BDE, I definitely like better. It's good vision, it's good catch for the AM. I would love to see him go a Blink Dagger this game. I'm a huge fan of that item on Night Stalker against elusive heroes like this anti-mage. It's a melee hero against Undying and Techies. That's not that big of a deal, especially with the move speed. If they commit Tomb and it's somehow bad for you, you can just run away. It's not the end of the world. I think Brew's pretty reasonable.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's not a terrible pick. I personally would have gone with the Legion, because I think it is really good into Storm and PA, and like the kill threat you just have, and like in your like Blink Blade Mail window is just insane. But the Brew is like this more team fight oriented, which is what Grinswift's like MO is for playing Dota, so it's like, it's okay, they're still playing to their strengths.
So if their offlaner is more comfortable Brew than Legion, or Mars, whatever, absolutely totally understand it. For this draft in particular, leaning towards team fight seems like a mistake at this point in the draft. Undying likes team fight, likes laning a little bit. I don't really know what Techies likes anymore. I don't really totally understand what you're trying to do with that hero, other than like its elimination game, go out with style. The AM, I think, is the hero that feels like the most sore thumb of this draft so far. Um, I don't know. What are you feeling? What feels the most out of place for you in Swift's draft? Because something definitely feels out of place, and I'm not totally sure if it's the AM or the Techies.
I was gonna say it's
If
probably the
not both.
techies or the AM. I think so. The thing is, techies is in this really weird place where, like, if you know what you're doing, the hero's kind of like, I wouldn't say broken, but it's like absurdly just like prevalent in the game. The AM, I kind of just really dislike this hero and how a lot of people play the hero, so I don't have hopes, especially since the PA like counter's been picked up. I think BDE could potentially do the hypest swap of putting the Storm as a support, and then just picking like an entirely different mid that owns the AM, like a puck of their own or something like that. Might just be super cool. I doubt they're gonna do it, but
that's theoretically possible. I think that would be BDE suffering from fancy pants syndrome.
it would be a little
I think they
too
can put this
5-head,
Storm
I think.
metal,
You know?
and I think 4 times out of 5, they'll be totally fine, and it won't matter that Storm is playing against a hard counter.
Yeah, they're just gonna go for the extra lockdown, like it versus the Brew. I mean, you're probably actually no. With Night Stalker, I think you have a pretty good chance of getting full duration shackles off. I think this NS needs to. I think they just need to figure out, hey, NS, you go for this target, Shaman, you go for this target, Storm, you go for this one, because Brew kind of just gets cut. He needs a really quick BKB, and it kind of sucks having to get that before your Ags. Yeah.
I am quite high on the Shaman pick. I think it's very, very smart. So there's a couple things that it does. The first thing that it does is it lets you push towers when your cores are Storm Spirit, PA, Night Stalker. None of them really push towers. Capitalizing in that point in the game where you might get a good pick or two, and you can actually turn that into a threat on a tower with your support. Secondly, you can use the wards to kill Tomb if that's ever important. It's a lot of catch for AM. It's good right-click damage in the lane. All this stuff. Now OD, what is OD good for? It's good against the PA.
Strong against PA, and like it's dependent on Night Stalker whether like who gets the jump. So pre-blink, it's good against NS. Post blink, it's up to OD's BKB timing. Not the worst against the Storm. There's potential for setup, but again, GRIN Swift doesn't actually. They have like less stuns this game than they've ever had in their drafts, and that makes me a little nervous against when you're playing against Storm. So
there's two things I want to say. The first is that I think the tension between this anti-mage and the PA is, I think it's kind of like the quote as it pertains to chess. I believe it's to chess, where you either want to play much faster than your opponent or slightly slower. I think that's kind of the idea with this PA and anti-mage, is whichever one itemizes to play with our team sooner is gonna really help run away with the game, because while that other person is playing PvE, they might just like start to get crushed on net worth. At the same time, if they're both ready to go and they both show up, the PA counter to AM could manifest itself. We'll see how that all shakes out. There was one other thing I wanted to mention. So the way I could see this steamrolling in GRIN's favor is just if Blast Off just like sets up like 3 kills consecutively, because that's an insane spell. It's actually insane. It does so much in this game. If they can capitalize off that, it will make a ton of space and really slow down BDE. If I were to like see this game playing out in like High Divine Immortal, I would predict that Dire wins like 70% of the time at least. But in this, depending on how everybody wants to play this and how things all pan out, I could definitely see it going one way or the other. Though I'll be clear, I definitely favor Dire a lot more, even in this context.
Yeah. I mean, I think I would 100% agree. Yeah, we did lose Brian on the side, but it is okay. Yo, Pip-Boy Dota, if you're still in chat, wanna hop on
Masterpiece.
after dodging me the last time around?
We're
We'll
gonna have
we'll
some
see.
drama if Pip gets in here. We are
Um,
not on speaking terms.
oh, what happened to
No, nothing
Ashley or
happened,
no?
but,
Okay.
no, it's just
You could never tell. 187 about to walk into a lot of heroes. Shackle skill. The Storm Q is gonna miss, but he has another one very soon. So 187 gonna feed away First Blood to Q.
I'm not sure how that was supposed to go.
I don't think walking up there is ever the right play. I think if anything, you do like the loop-de-loop, but just doesn't happen. Yo, Pip,
I think
wanna
play is
join
that
the
you
cast,
just
Mr. Pip?
don't do it. I think you just don't do it.
Yeah, I think it's
don't
just
do
not the right play.
All right, we have a level 1 Shackle on Shadow Shaman. Presumably he got it because he saw the brew, so
Yeah, he's shuffling
it's
with it.
fine. It feels bad to have it going into lane level 1. It's not the end of the world though, not at all. Mid is going to be an important lane. Top could be a spooky lane for this PA if the stars align. Well, it's not really the stars align. You get a brew slow, you get a blast off. That's a lot of magic damage. Bot lane, I'm not expecting really anybody to die. If anybody dies, I expect it to be on the Radiant side of things.
Yeah. Or if it's like NS just gets way too aggressive or something. And like loses all his mana. I don't know. It's probably the least killy kill lane. I mean, because there's a techies up here with a brew, which is actually kind of potent, not gonna lie. As I say that, NS is getting bullied super hard, and Pip is also joining us here.
Hi guys, how's it going?
Welcome. Welcome to the cast of all casts.
So what do you think about these drafts? We got Techies 4, Brew 3, OD 2, AM 1, Undying 5. Let's just start with
So-
that.
I like some of those heroes. I don't like all of them. I actually think every hero except. So here's the thing. I don't know how Deckies plays. I haven't seen it since the patch. Because I'm a boomer.
Oh, we
But-
got fucking boomers in the cast.
So I don't know how that's changed, but I actually like the rest of that team. They have kind of these 3 heroes that destroy the game regardless of what happens, Undying, OD, and Brewmaster, and then Anti-Mage maybe farming in the side lane. I've heard that Anti-Mage can also be played as like a battle mage as well, battle
Yeah.
Anti-Mage. So I actually kind of like their draft, but it is a little bit greedy, and I mean, their wave clear is pretty much only anti-mage, and that's not great. I guess you could say that actually, I'm sorry, the techies is definitely wave clear. So if things go wrong, things might be a little bit tough, but then again, they do have a techies on their team, so.
Yeah.
And this is, I just looked at the drafts now, so that is literally I haven't really given too much thought into that, but I do like their team. The anti-mage into the storm is obviously pretty good, however, the lane is going to be... you know what? I have to look at these drafts and actually think about it. So give me about 1 minute. Sorry.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
And then I'll give you my actual opinion.
Okay, so let's look at lanes so far. Mid, we're pretty even on CS for OD and Storm.
Yeah.
AMPA about neck and neck.
OD is going for
bottom
the early
lane's-
hammer, by the way.
Yeah, that's pretty standard. It gives you an opportunity to actually pressure towers, which this team desperately needs. Not having any way of pressuring towers is a huge problem. You also need that extra CC that's not tied to a big cooldown spell like Brewmaster ult.
Tombstone bottom. They are just gonna hit it, and they should take it down, but one solo might just die for this.
Shackle.
Nice shackles in time. Finn has a decay in 2 seconds if he can get eyes on one of them, or maybe either of them. Nua, not exactly on the same page. I feel like they could have gotten a kill with the decay, but...
I think the not being on the same page was the fault of AM for going in at all. I think that's a great trade if you don't take tower damage.
Yeah.
Like, it was a nice shackle by Shaman, and you just accept that you didn't get the kill. I don't think you're supposed to, but it's still a great trade. And then he took a bunch of tower damage, which he didn't need to. He might have even died if he flubbed his fingers a little bit. Storm's stacking for himself. Knows his supports are can't be bothered.
Got only one of them, unfortunately,
Better than nothing. More stacks than we got last game, it feels like.
but already at minute 4.
Storm
All
has
right.
picked up, I think, at once. What are your thoughts, Pip?
So here are my draft thoughts. So I actually like Grin's draft a little bit better for the reasons I've already outlined, but when we're contrasting it with the Dyer's draft, so obviously the Dyer's draft is much better at picking off heroes. However, they don't have like innately strong heroes just like from the get-go. You can maybe argue that Night Stalker is innately strong for the 5 to 10 minute night without items, but then for the next nighttime, and also when you use your ult, you're probably going to want items as well. Storm is going to want at least an item in order to be active. PA is going to need at least an item to be active. Meanwhile, that's against heroes like Brewmaster. You just pop ult and destroy heroes. OD, who only really needs like a Meteor Hammer or something along those lines in order to completely annihilate heroes. Storm Spirit's actually probably going to have to build something like a Yule's in order to counter the Meteor Hammer. If that's still a thing, I don't know what changed, but I would assume it's still a thing. And then Undying, of course, who's just like always strong in the first 15 minutes of the game. And then
Up top, Aethelwolf able to get a kill on the Snapfire. He's actually able to get away with his life, but Storm TPing in. Q using quite a bit of mana to get that kill there, but 187 now turning on to Bobby. Doesn't have any more spells available. Has a stick to maybe get a clap off to buy a little time. Looks like he's just gonna turn back, accept his fate, and die. There's no Meteor Hammer just yet, so no kill. Down bottom, they're diving Finn, and they're not gonna get the kill. The Tombstone's gonna help them get the Night Stalker down here, and I don't know who... Oh, I think the Techies attempted to TP bottom, but now we'll have to walk up top.
That is not how you want to start nighttime for Night Stalker.
Yeah.
So just to get the back and forth started with Pip, my thoughts on these two compositions are that I can definitely see how this goes well for Grin, but in the multiverse of possibilities I envision, Brew lives here every time, so I don't care.
Maybe.
Don't die, dude.
Maybe not. Oh,
No, he's
there we
fine,
go.
he's fine. I knew it. In the multiverse of possibilities, to sound as pretentious as possible, if the
Yes.
game becomes hard for Grin, I think they have a really hard time getting themselves unstuck. If they have to pick someone off, Pip has been totally blind and didn't say anything. He's so polite. All right.
No, I mean, I
If-
agree
if
with
they
you.
have,
I
If
agree.
they have to pick someone off, if they have to split push, they don't do any of those things particularly easy, especially because they're dealing with Night Stalker, Shaman, and Storm Spirit, all these heroes that can really punish split pushers and pick people off very easily. If the game is hard for Dire, I think it is much more straightforward for them to get them out of that situation. You can kill people with pickup spells, you can cut the waves, you can outmaneuver people. Additionally, Shaman can capitalize early rotations with his Shaman wards to actually give Dire some tower damage, which they desperately lack for the opening portion of the game. So the Shaman picker in particular is very strong. It could definitely go both ways, but I think as a whole, I think if you throw any situation at Dire, I think on average they are better prepared to deal with it than Radiant.
No, I completely agree with you. The thing about I mentioned this in my initial before I had started thinking about it is Grin's draft doesn't really work that well if things don't go exactly according to plan. However, if I was looking at these two games in a very high MMR game, a professional game or something like that, I would probably bet on Grin's draft to win, just because there's some serious... Whenever there's any sort of greed in a professional game, or a high elo game, it's generally punished really hard. And if you punish that even just a little bit, as long as you're able to transition to the end of the game, which you definitely can with a Meteor Hammer, with Undying High Ground Vision, with an anti-mage hitting his timing at 20 to 25
Top storm
minutes.
rotation, 187, gonna be going down here on the Brew, gets crit, taken down.
I'm a little interested to hear your answer, Pip, because I came to the complete opposite conclusion, where if this game was played out in high MMR, maybe not the Pro scene necessarily, but high Divine Immortal games, I would say I assume that 70% of the time Dire wins.
High Divine
And
Immortal...
personally, I see Radiant's draft as being much greedier. But
It's Well, they're greedy in different senses. The Radiant's draft is greedy because they have nothing to fall back on, but the Dire's draft is greedy because they're assuming that Radiant cannot transition, cannot win the game with their heroes, which they are supposed to. Is that a fair assessment?
I think so.
So, and sorry, you had a question. I don't know if I answered it, so you have to repeat that.
I think you answered it just fine. Having to defensively use blast off, that feels bad, especially because that spells a big part. Oh, they're actually going in. This
Oh,
is actually pretty
split top. They get the stun onto the PA right here. He does have the Phantom Strike away. Will use it, but didn't go a whole lot further. The Blur's gonna maybe buy himself a little bit of time. The Mine, though, attaches onto him, and now the PA has no method of escape. Split will expire, so no other kills.
I thought the rock was thrown at PA, so I thought her blur was dodging it, but it wasn't. So I pogged for nothing. Sorry about that. Sorry about misdirects. I think this sentry reveals the ups. There was something else. So what I mentioned, my thoughts on the tension between this PA.
Oh, Q's out of mana. There's a Meteor Hammer as well. He went for the DD rune. The Techie's silence off the mark, but the Meteor Hammer is there.
The punish. You'll love to see it. Alright. Okay, so what I was thinking would be important during the draft portion is that with this AM and PA, I think whichever hero sets up their item build to play with their team first is really going to punish their carry counterpart. If AM goes battle build and is playing as 5 with his team while PA is farming, I think PA's team loses the game. Vice versa, I think if PA goes like Deso, BKB or whatever and is down to Boogie while AM is like trying to do other stuff,
another potential
I think that could also
catch.
go very poorly.
The jump also misses as well, so Storm actually gets rid of the Techies, but is out of mana now. And Finn, very nice tombstone placement, getting quite a bit of damage onto Tex here. Mortimer's Kiss is now raining down. Dragon doesn't have the save for himself, has to be a little careful. One more hit or two. Caught out, and now Q also turning on to the Undying right here, getting the courier as well, the efficiency, getting everything and more. A triple kill for the Storm.
Oh, that's horrible.
So, battle build anti-mage, will it be able to punish the Dire's team comp more? Absolutely. However, there is the consideration that if you go the traditional anti-mage build, by the time Radiant
nice
is
sucker up
actually
top.
hitting high ground.
Definitely gonna die. Techie's the hero, baby.
That is technique.
How did he die though? Like,
The Techie's just jumped and silenced him. It is a long duration silence plus the Cinder Brew.
okay.
Oh, PA still caught by the mine here. They're gonna pop split just to take the kill, and the secondary proximity mine again. Big damage. AM
This is
though,
where Techies feels kind of insane.
yeah,
Techies does feel kind of insane here.
they're gonna get a stun onto AM. What can they pop out here? Wards is not used just yet, and nice use of counterspell to prevent any
He totally-
follow-up.
I think you definitely drop wards there.
Yeah.
Definitely drop wards there. You just blow your load and you definitely kill AM.
You have level 4 shackles, so
Possible you even kill him without wards, but you don't chance it.
yeah.
PA is rotating bottom. Just going triangle. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
The reason, what I was trying to get to with everything I was saying, Storm's gonna go for something cheeky. It's not really cheeky because he's bringing all 3. I don't really understand this play if you're bringing all 3. There's no deception here.
Oh, he's sending
deception,
one.
Deception?
This isn't how you do it, Storm.
Noah?
organizing his
Oh
illusions.
man.
Noah.
Okay, now it's kind of cheeky. Misplay though.
Well, Undying though still caught out. Very long zip from Q to get the kill.
God, that was so weird. Shows 3 so they know he's there, and then that was so weird. What I was saying with the AM and PA is like the thing about like going early. If you go as 5, maybe it like punch the other team really hard. Now they've both gone for the Battle Fury builds.
An
PA's
assault
going
up
Battle
top.
Fury, AM's going Battle Fury. I think I like it more on the AM. I think I do not like it on the PA.
I would tend to agree because you have like what 2.5 farmers. Let's maybe round it to just 2 on the side of the Dire. But with anti-mage getting the Battle Fury, there's only 1 farmer. 1.5. Let's say 1.5.
Storm going in. He is going to tank some proximity mines here, but they have the silence plus the remaining remnants of this NS ult. One solo. able to get some kills, get rid of the tombstone as well, and this bomb tower should be theirs.
Radiant does get the shred though.
Yeah, they
He
do
is
get
hitting
top.
middle with the Battle Fury, sieging with Battle Fury. It's a pretty fast Battle Fury, naked Battle Fury, but Battle Fury nonetheless.
I think
Net
it's
worth.
it's acceptable. Because I've seen a lot of pause ones these days, like going for it. I would have personally preferred just like a faster build up and just murder these guys, but it's not the worst, especially since like their team is doing pretty well to start out. But that's the thing, you think you're starting out really well and then you make like 2 mistakes and then you no longer are doing that.
So here's the argument for PA Battle Fury, which is something that usually upsets me a lot, and I think it would upset me a lot depending on like how lively things have been going prior.
Oh, Aethel gonna get caught out. Rock 70 Mine's still gonna go off in Q. Holy smokes.
So I think it is. I still don't like the Battle Fury on PA, but I do think it's hard for Radiant to punish it.
True.
I do think it's hard for them to punish the Battle Fury. I don't know that it's better than Death of BKB, but it does give you more late game insurance, I suppose. If things don't go your way and AM goes greedy build, then it's pretty scary, because he's just been going PvE the entire game, and then you're looking at a potential 1v9 scenario that you're gonna lose. But
Oh, the 187. Ooh, nice banishment. Ensuring that he will get that split off if needed. Tombstone's also down, but NS kind of just walks away. No stun gaming.
this is one thing I mentioned during the draft. If it's a bad fight and 2 mids dropped, you can just run away. You have fast move speed, you have storm, you have ball lightning. It's kind of hard to punish these heroes a ton. And PA both farming, playing PvE. Both have Battle Fury, so that's good to see.
Does have it now, yeah.
Yeah. I'm really hoping to see neither one of these people come to a fight where they don't belong.
Q put under, but now Juan Solo gonna pop that Albrecht as well, going down. But catching the storm, wow, that was just off the mark. The Echo Saber is not gonna get completed on the NS, so ult's used. Storm potentially looking to re-engage on the end of the split. Sees the Earth, and what does he want to do?
Looking
Nothing,
at
it
PA.
seems.
She's all low.
Up. Oh, the
wrecked.
catcher. Meteor Hammer proximity mine's gonna go off. Yeah, holy.
It was a great kill. Really glad to see them punish the PA for showing. No reason to really siege that tower. They know no one can help her. They don't have a tower there.
Mid.
Trying to get a return kill on AM
NS,
though.
maybe? Oh, Am on the other side, getting stunned up. He's able to blink away in time. Hugh does not have the mana to finish it off, and now Finn, the wards have been popped down, so it looks like he's gonna lose his tombstone unless he keeps it alive with the soul rip. Oh, gets a nice kill onto Texi here, but will trade his life away eventually. Proximity mine.
Game is scrappy.
187. The damage with the urn plus the cinder brew, plenty. And now
So
the
TP's middle.
I hesitate to say that all of this like scrapping really helps the Dire, because I do think that like a 20-minute timing to 25-minute timing on Radiant is slightly better than Dire's, but then past that point Dire is going to be harder and harder to play against, just because PA can knock out any hero out of the game past a certain point. And also to mention that their ability to cut waves is really, really good. And there's not that much like actual catch besides anti-mage on the Radiant. So all of this scrapping, regardless of who comes ahead and all this scrapping, I still think that Radiant is going to have a very nice timing very soon, and then they should be able to transition that into towers. Now, if they don't transition that into towers, then it's Dire's game.
that was a blink.
Shaman did just pick up Blink Dagger, and he just revealed it. Oh no, Shaman! You can't reveal that for nothing. Now you're probably fine. I think everyone's distracted, and you're okay.
The storm bottom. Yeah.
You want to turn that into a kill, though. You're trying to turn it into a kill, but you've already revealed the Blink Dagger. You want the reveal to be a kill.
Looks like they are gonna look to fight bottom, but there is a ward here. They're fighting under vision, and they know this because they saw their own ward get removed. Okay, Tombstone, but Juan Solo literally just presses silence and walks away. Cookie as well to get him out. Storm on the other side. Actually got spotted by a creep. Will have plenty of mana to zip away though. Unless they can get a stun, they can't. They have no stuns. Now, Brew Ult's gonna be... Shaman blinked into the Brew split. I don't know about that one. The Cookie will buy himself a little bit of time to get away, but if another rock coming out should be enough to take him out. On the other side, Q's gonna get a stun onto the AM, but they finally get the Shaman out. The jump from Techie is used up. They have lifted up this Night Stalker, but he still has his ult, so he's pretty much okay. Now, Brew maybe a little bit too far in. Should be okay with the Soul Rip. Nope, Cookie. Plenty of damage to take him out. Oh no! The Mana Void. The damage. Wait, it did go through. What the heck? Oh my god. Q. Almost dead right here.
Super hard there, dude. His Brew is dead because he was so tunnel visioned on using the Imprison aggressively, and it doesn't even get the kill for it.
Oh man.
Brewmaster just straight up died because OD was tunnel visioned on using it on Storm instead of saving his Brewmaster.
Yeah. That's why I just assumed the Brew would be fine, but didn't happen.
And at the same time, like, that's a huge win for Dire based on the fact that AM was just like dirtling in the fog bottom, just looking for an opening. Meanwhile, PA is farming the entire time. Now,
He is going
somehow,
for the...
AM is still 30 CS up, but their net worth is basically neck and neck. So I think that's just like some small camps or something.
He is going for the smarter build of Battle Fury straight into BKB and then circling back for like a Deso/Basher. So she's gonna actually be ready to fight before this AM. She already has 2 components done and just less than 1,000 off of the BKB.
Are they roshing?
They got a DD. They have OD, so Roche is actually super easy for them.
I'm trying to think why they would be super hyped to do this. They see DD room, but that's not enough. Night Stalker ult is down. I don't think that's enough either. Imagine if Snapfire just TP'd and threw the ult into there.
Well, I mean, they have Brew on the high ground, and they see, like,
They
see
have
them
Brew
bottom.
on high grounds, but he doesn't even have ult. I'm so surprised they got that for free.
Well, they see them bottom, that's the thing. They have 2 wards in their own jungle, and Dire's been walking back and forth under them, and also on this tier 2, so...
I'm just surprised, like, Dire just let him do it. So, maybe it's smart, because, like, it's so unexpected and doesn't make sense, and that's why it's, like, good, because they don't play around what they don't think is happening. But man, that was weird. Props
Sucker
to them
ults.
for making it work, though, I guess.
Tombstone is down, Finnis just gonna put his body on the line over here. Split is gonna be used. They're gonna get the Sun to the Night Stalker, but it looks like they're gonna lose the Undying straight up, and now they're looking for the disengage. Q is completely out of mana. If Nua can get onto him, he can deal quite a bit of damage, but it looks like the Shaman is gonna be potentially a sacrifice right here. A little bit of an overuse on that Sanities, but now Snapfire gonna go down. Q's desperately trying to get that mine over there. Can he actually go for him? Oh, he gets the Mana Void. Storm, little bit of mana, goes up to the high ground. Can they spot him out here? They're gonna miss it. Oh.
So I actually kind of appreciate the discipline on PA here to keep split pushing and not, like, his team is screaming in comms right now, right? And he's just like kind of doing his own thing, realizing, okay, I went Battle Fury PA, there's nothing I can really do to help from here. But vice versa, we have the Aegis on Anti-Mage, which I actually, believe it or not, kind of agree with. However, I would much prefer Anti-Mage have like a Manta before he starts fighting with his team.
Yeah.
Because like fighting with a Battle Fury Yasha is just like, why did you go Battle Fury if you plan to fight? It might have been better for him to just kind of like shove out bot and take towers while his team just absolutely eviscerates the other team with the Brewmaster OD and Undying and Techies. Obviously, they have this like huge amount of damage, huge amount of team fight. Just if you're going Battle Fury, just like it's very. Oh yeah.
I was really surprised to see Dire willingly initiate that fight with Night Stalker ult, knowing that the enemy team has Aegis and they have a PA who's like definitely not showing up. I was really surprised to see that. I don't think they had any like particular intel that made it like super good to go on. Okay, Shaman.
Hexy? Hex is
Okay, got
out,
the Hex.
but...
Good for you. Got the Hex. Good harass. Trying to force the BKB pump fake, which he doesn't have. Good try though.
Maybe the split.
Storm
Oh.
PA showing in same lane. This is weird.
So the way I would orient myself in this game in Dire's shoes, with the Aegis going to Radiant here, knowing that I believe their team is stronger than me at this point, is very simply getting farm where you can, play very safe.
Storm going
not
in,
engage.
going onto the brew right here. They're able to get some stuns off in time, and now Juan Solo going in with the silence as well. This should be enough to chain stun this brew and take him down. Nua with the DD, looking to turn in Q, brought under. Again, a little bit of missed synergy. He actually has the Kaya Sanj, so that imprisonment doesn't actually last that long. Bobby with the BKB now turning onto the techies. Oh, that Mana Void really did no damage. I'm not sure what it was, and now Nua loses life number 1 here on the Aegis. He has a counter spell when he respawns. If he can get off in time, he doesn't. Texi's able to get the Hex, and now they've got the follow-up silence as well. Dragon now turning onto Q right here. He needs to zip away. He does. He gets to the high ground. He's not going to die just yet. The BKB's out from Dragon, but if Bobby can get a crit, he does. He crits him in the face, takes him down, and now Finn, the last remaining survivor for GRIN Swift, also going to fall. I don't believe that was a buyback, so that's just 5 deaths here.
I'm wrong or something.
Nothing lost on the side of BDE.
So my thoughts on that is that this goes to show how hard carried GRIN's draft is currently getting off of this Brewmaster. They take a fight without him, and this is what that looks like.
They have no control. Like, this OD imprisonment is not being communicated with the techies. Like, techies doesn't even have shard yet, so they can't hope to stun anyone outside of literally the OD hammer, which is ridiculous to like hope it goes off, or Earth Panda. That's it.
I'd also like to not let AM off the hook. I think linking into 4 enemy heroes is a bad idea.
He also went Basher instead of completing Manta, so
It's also quite greedy.
Like, the Manta just helps you pop their backline, it helps you pop the Storm Spirit. The Basher is more to maybe like lock them down, but then you don't really have the follow-up damage, so it's a little bit weird. Like I said, I think the way he's playing is super weird with his itemization. If you plan on playing with your team before getting your Manta style, then you should not be going Battle Fury. If you go Battle Fury, you should be playing just split. Get pickoffs where they come, maximize your farm, and then when you have 2 to 3 items, preferably 3, which is going to be your Battle Fury Manta style Basher, that's when you can start thinking about moving with your team.
Dire is flirting with the idea of killing AM. That's not why they came bottom. They didn't come for this techies. But that's what
the
we'll
wolf
get.
on AM's under a ward. I believe they saw
Dire
him.
has definitely taken note of the fact that his newest item is Basher and not Manta, and they're really looking to.
Oh,
punish
he
him for
wants
this.
him. He wants him. He doesn't have the silence though, so ooh, nice counter spell. A little aggro for not having silence for like a little
I think
bit.
I might have wanted to see more aggro, TBH.
I mean, they just had to
don't
go
know.
earlier. I think they saw AM under the ward. Like that storm had to like long zip stun him, get some follow up. But it looks like they're gonna. Oh, Undying was a hero in the game of Dota 2. No longer. And 187, maybe a little bit too aggressive here. He does have a lot of HP, but again, we've seen the chain stun potential. Looks like they don't feel confident enough right now. They are going to pop a ward down, and now they're going to use the BKB turning. He's not able to get it off in time, but now the imprisonment's going to go down. That stun is going to expire kind of soon, but AM, he's immediately stunned up. He's going to go down. He has no way of getting off. Brew's going to pop a split in 1 of 2, but Tekis is being stunned up as well. There's no damage coming out of him. There's a buyback from the Undying. There's a lot of creeps on the ground, plus the Tombstone as well. The Banishment's going to come in to keep this PA under for a little bit longer. They get a stun with the Earth Panda. Can they get anything else? The little mine's going to follow him on over. He's going to pop the Blur as well. That should be enough for him to break away. It actually does not dispel, so they're fine. And looks like they might just re-engage. They're going to get rid of the vision almost entirely, so Radiant, they're playing blind here. Swift, split number 2 going to get popped out. Dragon has no BKB available, has to be really aware of these silences. Now they're turning on the Earth Panda. They're going to kill him. They don't have enough HP. Nade, not on the mark with that stun, but does catch with the cookie, and now the fall of Blink plus the Hex. Oh, GRIN's just losing heroes left and right here. The AM's back into the game, but he's hitting Ancient Creeps. He's not interested in this fight right now. Solo,
Right, so
looking for more, diving under this tier 4, Tombstone number 2, because this fight's been going on, is happening. Now Mortimer's Kiss is going down, not actually hitting off onto anyone here. One Solo's gonna
man.
die to the tower, so
What
a little bit of a feed.
dude, is that Neo Night Stalker? What?
I think AM needs to be cutting
Okay, so-
waves right about
Yeah,
now.
yeah, that's just what I was getting to. Ignoring the way that fight played out, Pip, what was the worst place on the map that Anti-Mage could have been for the past minute and a half?
I'll be honest, I was just kind of watching the fight. I wasn't watching the map for the first time in my life, but probably farming Ancients. That's like something out of a BSJ video. Was that what he was doing?
Okay,
Yeah.
so it was the second worst spot. He wasn't farming Ancients, he was right here above his tier 2. His OD was the one that was pressuring top before that fight started, and it was the AM that was posturing if something had happened.
Oh, you mean before the
If,
fight?
if
Okay,
this
okay. Yeah.
AM was in a side lane pressuring for the last 3 minutes, this game might look very different. There might be a tower dead, there might be a Rax threatened. Probably not, but like, this is not how you want to play Anti-Mage in this scenario. And part of the reason why he probably
Damn.
didn't feel...
He's under
no,
vision.
no.
He's gonna get hexed. They're gonna get the fall of Shackle as well. Aim's dead here. He's dead to rights. No way of him getting out. The dagger. Ooh. 1200 crit. No buyback. They're gonna get a banishment onto what looks like the Snapfire right here. Meteor Hammer a little bit too early, actually. So Snapfire's gonna live. He's gonna get away. No, Bobby turning in with the BKB. They're gonna use split number 1, but the crit. OD's gone. And now, Finn buying himself a little bit of time with that Glimmer Cape. He's got the Tombstone on the high ground, but they're just going to take techniques. They're just going heroes left and right. The split on the right side, they're going to lift the PA up into the air, so he's not able to take out the split, but they've taken out all the other heroes. Now, what's left? The Wind Panda? Okay, he's going to get away with his 2 other pandas, but they still have vision on him. The long-range Blink Hex. Tex, he's got him down. There's no other splits available. Mortimer's Kisses again. Firing down. And Bobby, another crit. 1400. GRIN, they're just bleeding out right now. It's not looking good.
Okay.
They're going for the throat. They're looking to end. It's over.
Really good decision making by Dire to just
They call
immediately
it-
threaten the game end after the 2 buybacks that happened in the last fight. This was the disparity between the discipline of this PA and AM was pretty stark. I'm not gonna say PA was like a masterclass or anything, but she was far better at knowing when to fight and when to farm than AM was. Obviously, it's easier to do that or to make it seem like you're doing the right thing when your team is crushing, but AM really did not do his job this game. And part of why I don't like the GRIN draft is because it leans so heavily on AM playing well. If AM does not play well, if AM has a hard game, it just makes everything so complicated.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, Pep?
Yeah, I just think what you got to do is look at your draft and figure out what area of the game you want to win by, and then itemize for that. And so if we have like an OD and a Brewmaster and an Undying, these are like fairly early game heroes, or at least they have this really early game power spike. If you're either going to play for your 3-item timing with Battle Fury, or if you feel like they need help, or you want to play with them, then just itemize for that. Like get your early game items. But if you're going Battle Fury, like you have to be playing Anti-Mage as just a pressure hero. And I agree with you, sorry, where we saw PA much more disciplined, just kind of like pushing waves, not attending fights, but Anti-Mage was in every fight with just like a Battle Fury and a Yasha. It wasn't the greatest. Typically, you want to start joining fights as Anti-Mage when you have 2 items minimum, being the Battle Fury Manta style, but then preferably 3 items, like having a Basher as your 3rd. So those are my thoughts.
I agree. Any closing statements, Licky?
No, yeah, I think that was I mean, I think you guys broke it down really well there. I definitely favored, obviously, BD's draft from the start. Again, this is what I said. Like, I just dislike this AM hero and, like, how, like, 85% of people play the hero. It feels like people treat this like 2016 AM or whatever, and, like, play it like that. I think there's a lot of potential for it. Well, maybe not a lot, but there's room for this hero to be played differently and more effectively, and it rarely ever is, because it's seen as this, like, late game ultimate hero, but it just isn't against a
It's
PA.
not.
It just isn't, especially against a hard counter like PA. We saw this EM
AM's like a-
delete.
I'm sorry, Licky. I didn't mean to.
No, you're good. You're good.
But Yeah, but AM definitely isn't like the ultra late game hero. He's a big timing hero. Like you get your 3 items and then you just try and choke out the map, and you have like this very specific timing on that hero where he's super strong and he can farm the map and cut waves and apply pressure. And I agree with you, Licky, where it's actually one of the more interesting heroes because you can do a lot of stuff with him. He doesn't have to abide by the 3 item traditional build strictly, and you can actually play him as like a fighting hero. You can send that guy mid as long as he gets like a ring of health or something. Like he's pretty good to go, and he creates a lot of pressure. And you can play him kind of like a Queen of Pain, obviously not as effectively, but I'm just giving an example. Yeah, I think the hero is really cool. I do now. I hate to say it, Licky. I do think the Boomer build is the best. I think that's what you're referring to with the 2016 build, but
Well,
I do agree that there might be other things to do with that hero, more creative ways to play him.
I think the build is definitely like the default like strongest. I think it also just depends on like how people are playing him. I think AM just feels like one of those heroes where like a really good AM player is just like miles ahead of like someone who just picks it like on the side. And not to like trash on Nua or anything like that, because Nua played pretty well this series overall. But like I feel like AM specifically is this hero where you have to like understand so much about the limits of like when exactly your hero has like these exact power spikes. Because every time you're not farming, it's so punishing, and we saw that this game. I mean, the AM's net worth just like plummeted 13k compared to this PA. Obviously, this PA was just murdering people left and right, but um,
That was
just
enabled by all the farming she did.
yeah, like that battle Fury on PA paid off, which is why I was like fine with it. I was like, if you know this AM's going Battle Fury, the dude's got like 2 items starting out. He's not going for like Vanguard Echo Saber. He's not doing some wild shit like that. And turned out pretty well. But yeah, congratulations to BDE, getting to the lower bracket finals. Let's see, have the other matches finished yet? Let me see if Unrivaled versus Gambit has. Okay, so it looks like Unrivaled won. So BDE is going to be playing Gambit. Please don't ban us next week in the lower bracket finals. So good luck to you all with that matchup. I believe they got knocked down by them 2-1 in the upper bracket, so they're looking for a little bit of revenge next week. So that'll be an exciting match to see. But yeah, that was the series. GRIN Swift unfortunately bowing out for all the GRIN fans in chat in a 2-1 loss. But not a shameful season at all. The last GRIN team still in here, going pretty darn far in the lower bracket. A good showing overall. But that is all the Dota we have for you all tonight. I hope you all enjoyed the multicast here with Ryguy, Sari, and Pip all joining us. And yeah, have a wonderful, wonderful night.